Alright. I think we're live. Maybe we're live. Maybe we're live, maybe we're not. We might be, or we might not be. We are. Alright, so hello everyone, it's your favorite programming error that just refused to be fixed. Code here. And we are playing some Genshin Impact. Specifically, version 3.1 is out, so look at that. More new shit. Also, hello Ivanov. But yeah, before we get to the new shit, apparently the event is at least partially voice acted. Like this event here. So I think I might have to do that because I believe it's probably gonna be these three that are gonna be voice acted. So we'll do those right now. And yes, Ivanov, you are first. You are very much so the first one today. But yeah, apparently, by the way, about this event, I talked about it a little bit in the past. There was a beginning segment where, like, when you go to Catherine, you are informed about the event, which wasn't voice acted, but apparently it was supposed to be voice acted, because I was just chilling on Gabe's stream a little bit earlier, and when he went to Catherine, it was voice acted. But when I went to Catherine earlier on to grab the event and had the dialogue, the exact same dialogue, it wasn't voice acted. But I had sound turned on, I know, because I heard me, like, you know, you hear it when you advance in the dialogue, when you click. But apparently it just wasn't voice acted for me, which was super weird. Anyway, I imagine these three acts are gonna be voice acted, so we will do those. Shouldn't take too long, and then we'll get into the new stuff. Well, technically this is also new stuff, but you know, limited time new stuff. Which Gabe is currently doing too. Because again, he just talked to Catherine as I was getting ready for my stream. Alright, then let's see. Let's see if we got that voice acting in here. Also, I hope the audio levels are okay. I think the game could be turned up a little bit more, so I'll do that. I feel like for Genshin, I want to turn the game up a bit more. I think that's probably fine. I think that's a bit better. Now then, let's see. So yeah, Kaya, I believe, came up to us when we were talking to Catherine. Now, you weren't there for it. Very sad, because, again, I hate when that happens, because you just want to finish off your daily commissions, and suddenly you're sucked into some kind of event stuff. Whether you want to or not. Well, what's up?
It looks like just about everyone's here.
Wow, and indeed, this part is voice acted. Why do you have voice lines now that we're here, but your voice lines didn't work when you were picking us up at Catherine's? I don't know. I am confused thoroughly.
Hey there, cutie. Paimon. I didn't know you two would be coming. So you heard about the letter?
And there's Lisa. Haven't heard your voice in a bit.
The Adventurers Guild. Oh, wow. Paimon's never seen so many people in the main hall at once before. Oh, Paimon's getting kind of nervous now.
So right, it was something about the actual Grand Master. A letter from the actual Grand Master.
I know the Grand Master. The fact that he has the
Also,
talent
hello,
to be
Rob.
writing letters means it's probably nothing serious. It's
And
certainly
hello,
not
Neon.
Bad news.
Kaya's exaggerating a little, but otherwise I agree.
I think I might have to turn up the volume a little bit more. Right?
After all, Mika's not the kind of person who'd be able to keep it hidden if something were the matter. The truth would be written all over his face.
Yeah, I'll turn it up a bit more. Let's turn it like up to maybe around here. We'll see if that works. What event? Well, there is an event going on in Mondstadt, which, and again, I'm sorry for my mistake. I said that the beginning part, like when you talk to Catherine and you get informed that the event is going on, and Kaya comes up to you and tells you about that letter from the Grandmaster and everything. Apparently that part was supposed to be voice acted, but it wasn't voice acted in my game. Which was weird. Like, it was so confusing to me, because I know sound was on, because I heard the sound effects when I clicked forward, like in the dialogue. But there was no voice acting. But then I lurked in Gabe's stream earlier and he had voice acting for that part. So weird. Confusing. Anyway. Also, nice watching Food Wars. That's one that maybe I should get into. Also, Melon, hi! Been a while since I've been on Twitch. Kind of forgot it existed for... You know what? That's fair. That is fair. Sometimes you just forget it exists. For me, not so much right now, because I finally have like a schedule going on that I somewhat adhere to. Now, normally today would be DDLC day, but since the Genshin update came out, I want to get this stuff done. So yeah. But welcome back! Welcome back. Something thing. Alright. So Mika, who's that? Well, Grandmaster, I imagine?
Over there, look. The kid standing next to Jean in front of the staircase? He used to be a land surveyor in Eula's team. He's very talented in what he does, and a very reliable person. When the expedition team set out, the Grand Master appointed him to be the core member of the frontline team.
And we
He's
just
the
now
one who
heard of
brought
him.
back the letter.
Please, may I have your attention, everyone? Now that we're all here, let's begin reading out the letter from the Grand Master.
Alright, I'm intrigued. What exactly does it say?
Please, go ahead.
Also new character.
Yes, Master Jean.
Sounds like the nervous type, okay.
Hello, everybody. I am Mika, surveyor of the reconnaissance company.
May I have your attention?
Recently,
No.
I have been taking part in an assignment with the expedition team. I will now be reading Grandmaster Varka's letter aloud for you all.
Huh.
To the Knights
Don't want to get
of
spoiled to
Favonius.
Genshin Story, so I'm gonna go.
Greetings,
I mean, this is an
everyone.
event. If you want to see this, you gotta get to it
Varka.
like within the next week,
The
or you're not
first
gonna see
thing
it.
I want to say to you all is, please put your minds at
But
ease.
fair. Thanks for
The
dropping by.
expedition is safe, and all of its members are accounted for.
Oh, that's fantastic news. My palms are sweating.
Yeah, this is an event. Exactly. It's gonna be around for like 8 more days.
May I continue?
I need to
Go
do
ahead,
that? Well then, go ahead whenever you have time, I guess.
All right. Now that your fears are allayed, I trust you'll be ready to listen to the rest of my letter. I'm writing to you from the northernmost reaches of Tevat by the light of a stove.
Northernmost
The expedition
reaches.
forces are stationed here.
Which
while
nation would
we
that be?
restock. I once told you that the purpose of this
Like,
expedition
which nation
was
is the furthest in
related
the
to a
north?
dangerous secret from days long
Would it be
past.
Shnesnaya? I don't know.
I am still
I don't
unable
know
to
the entire
disclose more than
geography.
this, but suffice to say that you needn't worry about how our mission is progressing. In the past couple of months, we received an unexpected visitor.
How about I continue?
The
Yeah,
Fatui
sure, Rob. You go
harbinger known
on.
as the captain.
The captain?
We're talking about the Fatui. Sounds very Shnesnayan to me in that case.
I am fully aware of the Fatui's outrageous actions in Mondstadt in recent history. Nevertheless, the captain was not hostile towards us on this occasion. Open parenthesis.
Well, ain't that
I
something?
rather suspect that's because this time, Snezhnaya and we are in the same boat. Close parenthesis. The man
Oh?
hides everything under the mask he wears, so no one can know his past or his origins. However,
Message is missed.
one thing
Hang
is
on.
for sure. He is as hard as iron for having the courage to challenge gods as an ordinary mortal.
I think I
don't
only
doubt
missed one. I only
that
see
he
one
could
message I
even
missed.
take out a ruin guard by stabbing it in its big, glowing eye with one of
And I
Queen's
read it, but I
crayons.
didn't answer it yet. I'm
Open
sorry.
parenthesis. Don't get any ideas. Close parenthesis. Our scouts have confirmed that the captain received orders to head for Natlon 3 days ago.
Natlon, which...
We'll be able to sleep
where's
much
that?
better now that we don't need to worry about him anymore. I will admit that some of his actions have helped us. But
Definitely,
even
I
then,
think
he owed us
Mika
at
definitely
least
has a
that
little bit
much.
more of a unique
This year's
way of
Vine
speaking.
Laser
I don't know if
Fest
that's just because
must be
they're reading
kicking
right
off in
now, or
Mondstadt any day now.
like the random
What a
breaks
great
mid-sentences.
pity that this year, once again, we will be unable to spend the festival together. Everyone here is always thinking back fondly upon the fine wines of Mondstadt, as well as the happy times we have spent with each and every one of you.
Well, that's nice and all,
I
but
hope that you and all the citizens
how
of
long is this letter?
Mondstadt enjoy the festival to the fullest.
Alright, Rod will chat when they have
a
something
few
to chat
drinks
about. That's fair.
on our behalf. The Dawn Winery's limited edition Vine Laserfest seasonal special will do nicely. May Lord Barbados bless Mondstadt, and may the wind carry our sentiments back to your side. Varka.
That was one
P.S.
long letter.
If
Oh,
you're
there's
wondering
more.
who's tougher between me and the captain, well, I'm the Grand Master. There are 10 captains in the Knights of Favonius, but only one Grand Master.
The different colors, special
ha,
glasses
ha,
to
ha.
read. Roll on both
His left,
sides.
not mine.
Fair.
The letter ends here. Thank you, everyone, for your attention.
Thank you, Mika.
Alrighty.
Master Jean, I just noticed that there's something else written on the back of the last
Oh my
page.
god, it was actually multiple pages, of course. That makes more sense.
PPS. I ran out of paper, so I'll add this here. Lisa, the following is a message for you.
Huh.
This part seems to be from
A
the Grand
relatable
Master
character,
to Miss
finally
Lisa.
fair.
Oh, for me?
Seeing that it's a special message, Lisa, we'll discuss this in private.
But can I
Everyone,
join?
As the Grand Master mentioned in his letter, the Vine Fest is in just a few days. And how fortunate we are at this time to receive word that all is well with the expedition. Though they are unable to return to Mondstadt and spend the festival with us, the Vine Fest will nonetheless be a
Interesting
major event
pronunciations
that all of
again, but
Mondstadt is
I
looking
mean, that's
forward
to be
to.
expected here.
I hope that everyone will guard your stations and perform your duties, both for our far-flung colleagues involved in the expedition, and also for the hardworking people of Mondstadt. And of course, during your time off, I hope you will be able to rest, relax, and enjoy this long-awaited festival. That
Maybe
brings
we
our
will,
meeting to a
maybe we
close.
won't. We'll see.
Dismissed.
We'll see how long it goes.
Did Paimon hear that right? They ran into the Fatui's captain? Who knows what that was about? But it must have been important.
Probably, kind of, maybe.
Fatui Schmatui! The real big deal here is the Vine Laser Fest. Sounds like there'll be loads of free food and drink. Paimon
And that
wants
is
to hear
typical.
more.
Code definition of private. Private just means, you know, small group of people, or the ones who are involved, and I'm always involved in everything because I am the isekai protagonist, so even if it's a private discussion, I should always be involved. And about that one comment I missed. What will be the next standout game? I don't know yet. We are so busy with DDLC currently, after we're done with Genshin again. Like, again, we still have the bonus content of Season 1 of Club Meetings to go through. Then there's Season 2, also probably with bonus content after that. And by the time we're done with that, Season 3's compilation will probably also be out. And we'll probably also have bonus content. So it'll take a while before we pick up another new game, because I think I'm gonna focus mainly on DDLC for the time being. Alright, typical Paimon.
Hey, cuties. How about we go and chat with Jean? You didn't get a chance to say
Chose
a
the
proper
worthy mod.
hello
It is
with
a good
so many
mod.
people here.
Sounds good. All right, let's go.
Now, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do all the new Genshin content today. It might take one more week. Like, next week might also be Genshin. Considering that, you know, we have to do this event, then we can do the new story portion, and there's also a character story, a new one, which will also take like
Lisa,
1.5
the
to
Grand
2
Master's letter is
hours.
just on the table.
So it'll likely take
Traveler,
2 streams to
Paimon,
get through all this
it's been a long
content.
time. Apologies, I didn't get the chance to talk with you during the meeting just now.
But we'll do it, don't you worry.
If you don't have any plans in the immediate future, why not stay in Mondstadt for a while? We'll be celebrating the Weinlese Fest very soon.
Don't be deceived. Jean may appear very composed, but she's been missing you both terribly recently.
Lisa,
I'll leave you to catch up. I'm going to read my letter.
You know what, maybe I can squeeze in another stream during the week. I'll try to see if I can squeeze in another stream during the week so we can finish off the new content before the next weekend so we can do DDLC again. But I'd have to think about where I can squeeze in a stream. Like, it's not as nicely doable as it was recently. Which is why I have the schedule now and everything. I've missed Mondstadt too.
Yeah,
I guess kind of.
That's where our journey began, after all. We have a lot of fond memories here.
It's considering a scream.
Master
Eh?
Jean, neither of
Can't
us really
confirm
knows
yet.
anything about this Weinlese Fest. Could you tell us more about it?
It's about wine,
Yes, of
obviously.
course. The Weinlese Fest is an ancient Mondstadt festival just like Ludi Harpastum and Windbloom. In addition, it's the most important part of the fall.
Aww.
Each fall, the west wind blows in Mondstadt. Legend has it that the wonderful scent of Mondstadt's winemaking during the harvest season entices even the Animo Archon into attendance, being the great wine lover that he is. No matter where he is, he will transform into a soft breeze and return to his homeland.
Yeah, that sounds like the Animo Archon, all right.
For this reason, Mondstadters call the western wind the returning wind. The Weinlese Fest originally began as a celebration to welcome Lord Barbados on his return. In the
Well,
past,
I mean, he has
every
returned
household would
a
brew
long time
fresh
ago.
wine
He never
around this
really
time
left.
of year and keep it
Just
sealed
doesn't
at
care.
least until Windcoming Day during the following year's Weinlese Fest. Uncasking the sealed wine is a symbolic way of inviting the Animo Archon to share a drink. Legend holds that if the Animo Archon is satisfied with the taste of the wine, he will summon a gentle breeze to richly bless the people.
Richly bless how?
Knowing him, it was probably blessing them with more good wine the next year.
That's a good question. But there's
Also
really
heavily
no way
modded
of
games,
knowing.
Minecraft, big
These
example,
are very
you
old
know.
stories. Many of the details have been lost to time.
Yep, that'll happen. Some stories change completely as they get passed down. Hence why these days, Mondstadters will get
Yeah,
into
Rob
endless
coming in
arguments
with it
over
too.
what kind of flower a windbloom is.
All part of how cultural heritage is created.
Indeed.
That's so,
But
so,
for the
huh?
time being, at least, the tradition of paying tribute to the Animo Archon on Windcoming Day is still alive.
Can we get to the
and well.
event now,
And
please?
the Weinlese Fest remains a time for Mondstadters to share the joy.
Again,
of the
I want to
harvest
get
with
as
one
much
another
stuff
as they
done as I
partake of
can.
fine wines.
And I don't
This
know
is
how
a
much time
of
this
the
event is
year
gonna
when
take
many
up.
Mondstadters living away from Mondstadt return to their hometown. For those unable to return, Weinlese Fest is the period when they miss their family and friends most keenly.
Oh, so that's why the Grandmaster wrote, "May the wind carry our sentiments back to your side."
For this
Makes
year,
sense,
we've
makes
joined
sense.
forces with the Church of Favonius and the Adventurers Guild to host a celebration on the banks of Cider Lake, just outside of Springvale. There will also be a traditional wine market during the festival period.
Wine market?
And Paimon's listening again.
Originally,
It's not gonna
it
be
was
free,
simply a
Paimon,
place
shut
where
up.
winemakers and farmers would come to trade in raw ingredients for winemaking. These days, it is a much grander affair. Not only will you find a range of choice wines, but seasonal fruit beverages and food items for everyone to enjoy too.
You'll notice
lot
even
of
though
people
chat is
also sell
distracting me,
secondhand
normally I would
goods and
pause the
handicrafts
dialogue
at the
for
market.
interacting with chat, but
The
I'm not
Knights of
doing that
Favonius
today
plan
because
to
I
use
know
this
there's a
as an
shit ton of
opportunity
stuff to
do
get
some
through.
Fundraising for needy children and elderly people in the
Like
city.
even if we do cut it into 2 streams, I can't afford to pause right now. Like even if I end up missing stuff because
If
of
you
it,
have
I
the time,
can't
I
afford to
encourage you
care at this
take a look
point.
around. I hope you'll find it a worthwhile experience.
Otherwise we'll never get back to
Now,
DDLC.
Lisa, what was the Grand Master's message to
Which
you
is
about?
why especially Ivanov's
I was
messages
just
might,
about to
might
bring
end
that
up getting
up.
missed more because
The
I can't
Grandmaster says he wants me to
spend the
handle
time
something to them.
deciphering.
Something to do with Razor's past.
Also Razor's making a comeback.
Told us that he was raised by a pack of wolves in Wolvendom. never knew his parents. In his own words, the wolf pack is his lupical, which means family.
Haven't seen Razor in a
Yes,
long time,
that was
have
as much
we?
as I knew as well. But in his letter, the Grand Master says that in the cabinet above the third bookshelf, to the right of the grandfather clock in Jean's office, there's a wooden box containing some items that Razor's parents left for him. He says it's time to give the box to Razor.
Does this mean the
Huh.
Grandmaster knew Razor's parents?
Also, it will not
It
come
would
down to
seem
playing the
so.
same 5
The
games
Grand
forever.
Master
It's gonna
didn't
come down to
simply
the
run
same
into
3.
Razor one day in Wolvendom and teach him how to use a sword. No.
Maybe
the
just
connection
2.
between them
Nah,
goes
Genshin
back
will always
much
come back.
Wow.
further.
Well, come on.
So
let's
Genshin
go to
FNF and
Razor.
DDLC is what it's gonna
Excited
be.
to find out something about his true parents.
All voices % run. Yeah. Paimon, wait.
Oh, cutie. Nothing escapes your eyes, does it? For the child who never met their biological parents, this kind of conversation is always a difficult one. Even for the most well-adjusted.
He doesn't need biological
By
parents, he has
contrast,
wolves.
Razor grew up in Wolvendom and has had very limited contact with human society. Who knows whether he's ready for this or not?
I'm sure the Grand Master will have given due consideration to Razor's circumstances. Perhaps he felt that now would be the most appropriate time.
Well,
That's a good point. Okay, cuties. Can I leave you to break the news to Razor? He
absolutely.
thinks of me as his teacher, so he might not open up to me if he gets upset. But you are his trusted friends. I think it makes more sense for him to hear about this.
Don't
from you.
worry. Leave this to us.
Thank you, sweetie.
We got it. Already taken care of.
Try to be as encouraging as you can. Someone his age needs all the love and support they can get.
Alright, that is done. We're going over to Wolvendom right this instant. No time to waste. Teleport right over there. Thankfully, the story progresses right next to the teleport point, according to the map.
Usually around
Yup,
Wolvendom, right?
over this way.
How do you think he'll react after hearing about this?
Well, only one way to find out, Paimon. And that is for you to shut up and us to find out. Also, Trap.
It's a hunting trap.
I forgot you
Just
can
like the
actually...
ones that the hunters from Springfield use.
Those are items that exist that you can use, aren't they? I completely forgot about them, because they are just so incredibly useless.
Huh? What is it?
There are traces of electro energy near the trap.
Electro-energy? Paimon wonders if it could be Razor.
Maybe he set the
I
trap.
thought he was pretty good at avoiding the hunters.
More useless than Aqua? Okay, maybe not that
Let's follow the
useless.
traces of Electro and
But
see
so
where they
useless
lead.
that you forget it exists. Aqua is useless to the point where you know she exists and actively, like, you know she exists because of how useless she is. These things are not the degree of useless that they become famous for their uselessness, but useless to the degree that you just forget about them.
And can you feel that electro-energy too?
Apparently I can. Just following the electro energy.
Electro traces lead deep into Wolvendom. Let's keep going.
Maybe to the boss? Wolf boss? Weekly boss? Hello?
Razor, are you there?
Also, normally there would be enemies here. But they didn't spawn in. They were probably removed for this event, or this part of the event at least. Ah, there we go, there's the traces again.
All right, the last trap has been set. Razor, thanks for coming with me all this way.
It's okay. My
Can we
legs
get
are
jumped?
strong.
Not me, I'm too strong. I have the strong dong.
What is it, Razor?
It smells familiar. Friend, from far away.
Oh, yep, we're back.
Razor! Oh,
Hello.
Jeff too. Are you two hunting together?
Yes, it's almost harvest season, and the boars are venturing into the towns and wineries looking for food. They're trampling crops and destroying the vineyards. Someone could get seriously hurt. The Knights of Favonius came to us asking for help, keeping the boars a safe distance away from the population.
Well,
I and Uncle Brown Cat catch boars. protect everyone.
Okay, so you're hunting boars, not
Wow,
wolves. That
Razor,
makes sense.
This is a big step for you. Paimon remembers you used to hide away from the hunters.
And now you're teaming up. Look at you go.
You can say that again. Razor was the star of the show this time. He let the wolves know we'd be coming, so we were able to get through Wolvendom without anyone getting hurt.
Helping everyone, helping Lupical makes me happy. But much talking. Very tired now.
Still a sign of progress. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. But, actually, we came here today because we have some really important news.
You tell Razor about Varka's letter.
Oh, I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Razor, do you mean you don't want to know about your real parents?
But
I want to know, but don't want to know.
you can keep the stuff. You don't have to look at it.
So you do want to know, but at the same time you don't want to know? Sounds complicated.
Also about the event thing, I would most
Traveler,
likely want to
come
see
and
more
take
of
a
the
look at the
Golden
trap
Apple
I just
Archipelago
placed.
again.
Let's give
More
Razor
exploring
some
and stuff,
space to
more
process
loot.
things.
What is it?
Yes, I have some thoughts about this after seeing how Razor reacted.
Oh,
We've been hunting together a lot recently. The kid might not talk much, but still, I feel like I've come to understand him a little over the time we've spent together.
so
Here's what I think. He definitely wants to find out about his parents. It's just that his fear of the unknown is overwhelming everything else he's feeling.
we just
I'm a
force
father
him to look at
myself,
the
so
stuff.
I know a thing or two about kids. You know, when Diona was little, if I got back late from a hunt one night, she'd be watching me like a hawk for days afterwards, as if she was worried that I might abandon her.
Well,
mean
fair.
Razor's worried that he was abandoned by his own parents?
I mean, he was raised by wolves, you
Exactly.
know.
I think that's the heart of it. And if it turns out they did, well, I don't think there's anything we could say to console him. That's not my only concern, though. Razor is developing at his own pace. There are lots of issues that can't be solved all in one go, but he's making progress, one step at a time. But now this thing with his parents is added into the mix. It might push him to want to figure out once and for all where he comes from and where he's going.
Which
Seems like
is a good
similar
thing.
take to Lisa's. Maybe all mature adults think like this, huh?
You wouldn't know, Paimon, because you're very
Then
immature.
again, Master Jean had a different view. She said it's more about trusting other people and in your own instincts. What do you think?
He'll have to face this sooner or later.
Gotcha. Well, knowing that he's got a friend like you to rely on makes me feel much better about this whole thing.
Paimon, how about this? You tell Paimon about how you plan to approach the situation. Can I know?
Okay, got it. Right, let's head back. We don't want to keep him waiting.
But maybe I do want to keep him waiting. What do you know, Paimon?
Hey, Razor. So, what are your thoughts?
Still thinking. My heart, it feels strange. Like being stabbed.
What do you think of Varka?
Varka? Tall, very strong, likes to laugh.
Then do you trust Varka?
Yes, trust.
Then you should
He's
look at
very
that stuff.
Good to me. Give me a name. Teach me to fight. But now, busy with important work. I miss him.
You know, Razor, Varka used up all the paper writing this letter, but he still made sure he found room on the back to add a note for Lisa. He specifically told her to give you the things that your parents left for you.
So you better look at
Means
that stuff.
He thinks the items have a special meaning for you. But more importantly than that, whatever happens, the Traveler, Paimon, Lisa, and all your other friends will always be here for you.
Don't worry, everything will be fine. Until it won't be.
That's right. And old Uncle Brown Cat's here to support you as well.
Okay, thank you. I decide I want to go with you to see teacher.
We're doing this.
That's the
By the way,
spirit,
can I
kiddo.
say one more thing real quick
Well, you folks
about
better
the
be
whole
heading
streaming
off
Genshin
then.
thing?
I'm just about finished here, so I'll be heading
There
for
are
the
some
next
problems
shop
with streaming
myself.
Genshin, some of which I've addressed in the
I'd
past.
better try and get plenty of
One
father-daughter
of the
time
problems
before
that
the
I've addressed many times in the
lazy
past
fest
is that
starts.
it's not very popular on the channel. Like, it seems like the game the least amount of people want to watch me play. The statistics speak for themselves in that department. The other thing is, the problem that there's a lot of time pressure on this game. Like, some events are very limited time, and I have to get to them immediately. Especially now that my schedule is more limited, it makes it kind of tough to keep up with it. Like, when new stuff comes out, I basically have to immediately throw Genshin into my stream schedule again, or I won't be able to do that stuff. Which, again, kind of makes it tough. I've thought many times in the past about stopping, like, streaming the game. I would still play it, of course. But it's just, you know, it's not the easiest game. Also, it's not the easiest game to get to pick up on the recording software. Extra tedious in that department. Like, again, lots of problems.
Hello,
I still
teacher.
enjoy the game,
I'm here to see the box.
but streaming it causes
Ah,
so many
my
issues
little
for
wolf
me.
cub's in a good
But thanks for
mood.
the thanks for the
I'm assuming you'll
headpads.
discuss the whole
Also,
story
hi,
with him
welcome to the
already?
stream. Welcome to the stream. We're currently playing the
Here,
event.
This is it, the wooden box. I haven't
Currently
touched
on
it,
the
except
first
for taking
of
it out the
3
cabinet.
chapters of the
When
event.
you're sure you're
Sup,
ready,
nothing much.
You can open it yourself.
Just talking about
Yes.
future
I
of
am
Genshin
sure.
and stuff. Just turned 16. Hey, nice.
Oh, this is just a pile of junk.
Hope you
I
celebrated
thought there'd
nicely.
at least be a letter or something. Uh-oh. You don't think that, after all this time, Varka might be getting mixed up between different boxes?
Says last time I saw you, which is fair.
There is a scent.
I suppose it's also been a while since I streamed
What
Genshin.
kind?
A scent I remember from a long, long time ago.
But yeah, June
It's
is actually, that was
their
really a
scent.
while back.
Human scent. Father and
High
mother
skill sucks.
scent.
Also, Razor, nice, good nose as always. High skill sucks, I imagine. Like, sometimes real life just sucks in general. I mean, real life issues are the reasons why I stream a lot less now. Like, again, we've cut down to 2 streams per week, which is so much less than I used to do. At least I have a proper schedule now because of it, but still, it sucks.
Incredible.
I want to stream more
you
again.
still remember scents from all the way back in your childhood.
I really want to increase the
You have a
number, but
really
it's
good sense of
tough to
smell,
do.
Razor. Guess being wild by nature has its advantages. Oh, let's see what other leads we can find. This woolen hand puppet looks kinda wonky. Guess it must be handmade, huh? Is this a part from a ruin guard? Wait! Hey, look! This wine bottle is still half full.
Why is
There's
it
a
half?
note stuck on it.
Why is half of it?
Thousand.
Why is half of it been drunk though?
Thousand Wind Wine.
Okay.
Oh, so it's a bottle of Thousand Wind wine?
Hey,
Teacher, you know?
what did I do?
Of course.
What did I do?
Thousand Wind wine was the first kind of wine that Mondstadters ever learned to make.
Travel goals,
Or
social
so they
responsibilities,
say.
friends, relationships, and financial
As to how
stability.
it got its name, some say
Yep, that
it's a
sounds like
reference
ass.
to the numerous ingredients used to make it, while others say it's because every bottle tastes slightly
Hey,
different.
mom, there was a sandal.
I
The
remember
sandal.
reading somewhere that there are all sorts of weird
That-
and wonderful ways of brewing it.
That and the
and that
tennis
it's
ball are
very
probably the
difficult to ensure
most
it comes out tasting the same
painful
each time.
things.
This all makes it impractical to commercialize. Wine merchants are much more comfortable working with reliable, consistent tasting products. That's why you'll almost never see Thousand Wind wine in the markets or taverns. Huh. In fact, it looks like your parents brewed this bottle themselves.
And then drank half of it.
That must mean there's something pretty important about it. Oh, Paimon has an idea! Razor, you got a good nose. Why don't you open it up and take a whiff? Maybe it'll tell you something.
Or maybe it
Okay.
won't. Well, Razor, anything? Anything special?
He seems really in the zone. And is that a smile?
Find anything?
Sweet, cold, a little bitter. I like many things all mixed together.
So?
But things in wine smell different.
How different?
Can't tell what it is, Razor?
I will try again.
How many times are you gonna try? Till tomorrow morning? Maybe?
It's okay,
Clipped.
Razor. Don't push yourself too hard.
I'm always getting clipped. I'm used to it.
What do we do when we try something and it doesn't work?
Try another way.
That's right. You still remember what I taught you. Oh, it's almost the Vine Lisa Fest.
Ah,
Everyone who knows
pronunciations.
anything worth
Interesting,
knowing about
fun.
wine will be gathering in Mondstadt. Surely someone will know a thing or two about Thousand Wind wine.
Maybe they will, maybe they won't.
Great idea!
Will Venti be coming? I mean, as long as there's
Surely
alcoholic
on this opening
beverages,
ceremony,
probably.
Cutie, everyone will be there. Razor, you should go too. It'll be a good
Dangerous
opportunity
stage
to
of
ask around.
Okay,
Furry
Ask
transition.
many
Maybe he
I
has.
will try.
Fatal
Don't worry,
error
We'll be
has.
right there with you. We can be your go-betweens. You know, like you were with the wolves for Draft.
Got ideas? Again, Ivanov, it's hard to answer all your questions, especially considering I have to decipher them, and my main focus is progressing through the game because there's a shit ton of content to get through before we get to the next weekend. And I don't have time to stream a lot anymore. Interesting comparison.
Okay, then I will go back now. I need to tell Lupacall about Human Mother and
Hit
Human Father.
Venti to... No.
See you at the
Leave
opening
Venti out of this.
ceremony.
He needs all the alcohol he can get. Alright. Ah, great. Now I need to wait. That's one thing I absolutely despise. Having to wait. Like, why are waiting quests a thing? 2 days later! That is bullshit. Alright, Fatal Error has transformed 4 Sonic characters that stand in one of the backgrounds. Got ideas. Not a lot. I don't have a lot of ideas. I suck with ideas. Alright, now what time do we need?
Transferring commodities back and forth.
8 to 10. How do you read that? You get used to it, you get used to it. But it's kind of tough to do while trying to get through a game as quickly as possible and still listening to the dialogue and somehow somewhat understanding what the dialogue is saying.
Come across.
Conditioning where you see it all the time. Exactly.
So it is
Exactly.
by
It's
many.
just a matter of getting used to it. Because it's been for... Like, Ivanov has been around for quite a while. Quite a while at this point. Alright, we got some nice decorations going on here. Let's see.
Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I am pleased to announce that this year's Vinelesa Fest has officially begun. We hope the residents of Mondstadt and visitors from all over will enjoy the magnificent wines and experience the joy of the harvest.
Wow, those barrels,
When
very
Wind
low
Coming Day
poly, but I
arrives,
guess I
we
am
will
not
hold
playing
a
on high
grand
graphic
toasting
settings.
ceremony to welcome the Animo Archon Barbados back home. Let the wind lead.
Huh? Venti is here, of course. Why wouldn't Venti be here?
You're here already.
I saw Venti in the background. You can't
So
hide
many
from me.
People.
Come on, let's sneak out of here. There's someone we gotta find.
Find? Who?
Just some tone-deaf bard. But he's also a know-it-all and loves nothing more than drinking, so he might actually be...
And he's right there. Probably listening to what you're saying right now. Hey, Venti.
Hey, tone-deaf bard!
We were looking for you, not for long though. It's been a while.
Traveler, Paimon, how do you do? I had a feeling I'd run into you soon, during this most enchanting of festivals.
You just say that because there's
Spoken
alcohol
like a
involved.
True poet. But reading between the lines here, If one bottle is tipsy and two is merry, just how many is enchanting exactly?
Potato. That's the answer to Paimon's question, I imagine.
Oh,
Potato.
don't say that. This festival has so much more to offer than just drinking.
Potato many is when
Anyway,
it gets
hey,
real,
Razor, how have you
when you get
been?
the real shit. I
All
went to
right.
drink it.
I have a question.
Yeah, no, as long as it's, as long as it's alcoholic, Venti would chug it immediately.
Razor has something
Anything.
he wants to ask you about. Know anything about Thousand Wind wine?
Ooh, now there's a name that takes me back. Let me think. How long has it been since I last heard someone mention Thousand Wind wine?
Well,
Razor's parents left him a box with a half bottle of wine inside, and there's a label on it that says Thousand Wind wine. We heard there's a lot of history behind this type of wine, and the brewing methods go way, way back. So we figured you'd be a good person to ask.
I mean, it makes the most sense, right?
Smells good, but don't know what's inside.
I see. So you want to know how Thousand Wind wine is made?
Yes.
Well,
Enlighten
you came to
us.
the right person. I happen to know a little rhyme called, well, as it happens, Thousand Wind wine. I was going to say
And it's
that
just
for
a rhyme.
Windcoming Day, but far be it from me to deny an early serenade to a friend in need. How about it? Shall I recite it for you?
Yes, right now. Do it. Do it. Do it. I hate the awkward pauses when the autoprogress doesn't advance.
Easy to understand, but still want to hear.
Went to Airsoft today?
Excellent
Ooh,
answer.
nice.
Then,
How was
hear
it?
you shall.
Hope you didn't get hit too
Fill up the
hard.
barrels and store them away. Then wait for a windier day. Wax the bottles, seal them tight, for the south wind that soothes, for the north wind that bites. How does this fine wine taste to the tongue? As Mondstadt to the ear, like a sweet dream of freedom. And what are the fruits that went into the brew? An explorer's courage, a love tender and true.
And everyone's
Defender's
turning over
will,
here, huh?
Strong as yesteryear, joining the thousand winds in a song of good cheer. Turning sour into
okay.
sweet, bitter notes fade away. As we wait for a windier day. Thank you so much for the applause. Was the rhyme of help to you?
I don't know yet. We'll see if it was of help.
Like wine. A little sweet.
Only
but
Venti can
now
rhyme about
head
wine.
spinning.
It's not that
Don't
hard. I mean, the word
understand.
rhyme rhymes with wine. Wine, rhyme. It makes sense.
Don't worry, it's not just you. That was supposed to be about winemaking, but it didn't give a single detail about the process.
That's the
Well,
joke. Yeah.
Maybe it's a little abstract and romanticized.
Nah,
but
Venti is
that's
an
one of the
expert.
defining
Venti is
features
just
of Mondstadt poetry.
Okay,
poetry
so
master.
let's
Tone
try to
deaf
pin
bard
this
knows
down.
exactly what to
What
do.
does the poem say the ingredients are? An explorer's courage, a love tender and true, a defender's will, and the thousand winds? Song of good cheer? Nope.
Paimon, don't try to use your brain.
Absolutely
It
no
never
idea
works.
what any
You
of
don't
these
have a
refer
brain in
to.
there to use anyway.
Look, Tone Deaf Bard, you clearly know what the whole thing means, so could you do us a favor and at least give us a hint?
Probably not.
You misunderstand me. I'm not trying to make you work for it or anything, but the lyrics are what they are. If there's anything they left out, even I can't fill in the blanks. If you want to
Well,
know
that's
the
just
secret
dumb.
behind this sweet
For an
scent,
alcoholic, you
might have
sure
to
know
start
very
by
little about
rolling up your
alcohol.
sleeves.
Rolling up our sleeves? You mean we need to go and make this wine for ourselves? And somehow that'll teach us everything we want to know? This better not be a prank!
But what if it is, though?
We've known each other for so long, and you still don't trust my intentions? Oh, the pain.
Shut up, Venti. We have better shit to do.
Trust. I want to try.
Then we'll do that.
I want to make wine and find answers.
Alright.
If I know how to make wine, then I know what is in father and mother's wine.
By reliving their actions, maybe we'll understand what kind of people they are.
Right. I want to...
Like, autoplay
know about
really
them.
doesn't know when to progress sometimes.
If you
And
say
just has
so,
awkward
Razor,
pauses, and I
you'll have
hate
to take
that.
Tone Deaf Bard's word on this one. We'll give it a try. And as first-time winemakers, there's no shame if it turns out bad.
Which
Don't
it will.
worry, really.
Oh,
I
you're
am
here
the teacher.
too?
It's
I guess
not as hard
everyone's
as you
here.
might think.
All the Mondstadt
As long
citizens.
as you add ingredients to the mix in a spirit of joy and sincerity, I promise you will reap the rewards you wish for.
I will tell Poem to teach her.
You think that's gonna help?
Then I need to think alone.
Alright.
Spirit, so how about we meet again in 2 days?
Oh my god, more waiting. Why? Why does it have to
Okay,
involve waiting?
We'll remember. See you then.
Guess we gotta do that. At least we completed Act 1. At least we completed Act 1. Alright, that looks like a bunch of stuff we can do, but that I'm not gonna do.
Sellers at the Vine Laser Fest. Should be some pretty cool stuff to check out.
All we
right?
care about,
Let's go and browse while we still have the chance.
all we care about is progressing with the actual thing. Story quest. There we go. Wait, did I... Fuck's sake, just do that. Wherever that is. Oh, I need to wait again, right? Yeah. 2 days again. That's 1, that's 2, and 8. Hopefully this works and I don't need to go over. Hopefully I don't need to go over that time limit. Go, 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 go. Advance the time. I don't... Like, waiting like this is super annoying. It just... clogs up the time. Because there's really nothing I can do here. And of course, during these waiting segments, I don't have chat to bounce off of. But when chat is active, I'm in the middle of dialogue and literally can't afford to read chat. Act 2 has begun. Oh, of course it automatically cancels the dialogue because I was here.
Would have been here by now.
Another thing I hate about Genshin, when it automatically cancels dialogue because of stupid reasons.
Do you think he fell
Real?
asleep when he got back and is still snoozing away now?
Oh, but yeah, about your previous comment, I'd say about corrupted characters, maybe other streamers we rated would probably be the most fitting. Like something you'd do then, Razor.
Fair enough. You're right. Let's keep waiting.
But honestly, why they gotta cut off dialogue like that all the
Since we've
time?
got some time on our hands, let's put our heads together and try to figure out that poem. Tone Deaf Bard mentioned some ingredients, but they all sounded super abstract.
Yeah.
Explorer's courage, a love tender and true, a defender's will, and the 1,000 winds song of good cheer. Do you have any ideas?
Nope. Maybe they aren't ingredients, maybe they describe the wine's character.
Yeesh, that's even more abstract. How do we go about looking for this wine's character? Where do we start?
The Adventurers Guild, the Church of Favonius.
Are you saying that it has something to do with Mondstadt's institutions?
As the word, and as for the word defender, it makes me think of the Knights of Favonius.
That actually makes a surprising amount of sense. So the poem wasn't talking about any specific ingredients after all. More like the general gist.
So we'll go back to the Knights headquarters, I imagine.
Happens that all the institutions you mentioned are organizers of the Vine Laser Fest.
Well, ain't that just a
This is
coincidence?
way too big of a coincidence. That Tone Deaf Bard, did he just make all this up on the
Perhaps he
fly?
did, as a way of helping us to help Razor. Or that's just how it's been traditionally, because of how that
The
works
last
together.
part about the 1,000 winds song of cheer must be code for the toasting ceremony. Oh, now we're cooking. We'll crack your riddle recipe yet, Tone Deaf Bard.
Let me guess, the Thousand Winds wine is just what you call wine drunk at the festival and that's it. Like it's not a specific kind of wine. It's not the ingredients that matter, it's who you spent the time with. Also, hi Klee!
I'm late.
Nice to see you again. Not like you're in my party or anything.
The Traveler's pretty smart, so thanks to him, we're finally onto something.
Hello, Klee and Razor.
Hi. I was on my way, then I saw Klee.
At a wine festival.
For Vinyl Fest.
Why?
Albedo is super busy helping Timaeus fix his recipe for it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like seeing more Klee, but
So he doesn't
why
have
at a
time
wine
to come
festival?
play with me right now. I'm just playing by myself instead. But it's so cool. All the grown-ups in Mondstadt are out to celebrate the festival.
I mean, sure, okay, I guess. As long as Klee's having fun.
I wanted to join in too. So I made a whole bunch of stuff so I can celebrate with everyone in my very own way.
Your very own way doesn't necessarily mean blowing up the entire festival venue.
This does not bode well coming from Klee.
Yeah, I think everyone's having the same thoughts.
That's when I bumped into Razor.
So bomb crisis averted.
Razor was acting kind of different than usual, like he was thinking about something. So I asked him what happened. And then Razor said that he was looking for his mommy.
I did not say mommy.
Oh, it's okay, silly. Mommies are important people, so finding your mommy is a super important job. That's why.
Thanks for your
Klee's gonna
assistance,
come
Klee.
help.
There's Knuckles, Kitten
Razor,
as Robotnik,
Razor! Finally, I found you.
Casimir's Metal.
Bennett?
Oh,
I can see it.
look
I can
who's
see
here.
it.
Hey, everyone.
Also, Bennett is here too. Well, this doesn't bode well. Like, first we had the bomb threat with Klee, and now we have the incredibly bad luck.
A small lampgrass?
Yep, that's right. I tripped up on it this morning and took a little tumble.
Wow. I mean, that's just Bennett being Bennett.
I did a full faceplant, but somehow this little thing came out completely unscathed. That's when I knew it was destined to go into your wine mix.
Bennett, how did you manage to trip up on a small lampgrass?
Because Bennett. That's all the reason you need.
They do glow after all.
To be fair, they only glow at night.
No, I wasn't talking about the glowing. What I meant was they're really big and easy to spot. So I don't get how you didn't see it.
I was just running too fast and got careless, I guess.
Sure. Or you just got incredibly unlucky. It just happened to grow right in front of your
Talking
feet.
about the other faceplants that came after that. Anyway, I've been all over the place trying to find Razor this morning. Everyone I asked told me I just missed him. Good thing I've caught up now. I can finally catch my breath.
What a trooper.
Thanks.
So, what do you want?
How did you know I need ingredients?
Yeah, do you want something else, or are you really just here for that one
Interesting story.
ingredient?
This lady came to see Master Cyrus.
Like one ingredient
asking
and
for
that's
the
it?
Adventurer Guild
And that's
support
all you
with the
wanted to
Vine
see
Laser
Razor
Fest.
for?
She said she was a librarian. Anyway, she mentioned your situation too, and asked if we could help.
Well, look at Lisa looking out for him.
Doing some real work for once?
Oh, so that was Lisa? People say she's crazy intelligent, but just doesn't go out much. First time I've ever seen her. I thought long and hard about what ingredients to pick, and came up with a load of suggestions that I was gonna discuss with you.
And then you just decided, hey, small lampgrass. That's all we need.
But then I realized that small lampgrass was clearly the best. It shines a light to guide the way for explorers in the dark. Doesn't that sound like a wonderful thing?
I see where you're coming from, I guess.
Apologies for the trouble.
Ah, don't give me that. I get how you must be feeling about all of this. Besides, you gotta help out your friends, right? If my family, well, my dad's ever needed help one day, I know you'd be there for me too.
Probably.
Yes.
Yes. Unless Razor was busy dealing with wolves.
Please take me with you, please. I want to join in.
How can you say no to that?
She
Yeah, plus, we need to keep her
Bennett,
distracted, otherwise
before
she's gonna
now,
blow everything up.
You never talk about your family.
Well, that's because I never met my parents. I was raised by some of the older adventurers in the guild, so we're not exactly a typical family. But if you
You
do
know,
wanna hear
knowing
about
Bennett's
them,
luck,
I can tell you some
I
of my
imagine
dad's
his
stories.
parents just lost him.
Okay, I'll
Like
start
they-
with the most awesome one.
Some, you know, bad luck, and that's how he got separated from his parents.
Kid, just like Klee. My mom is super nice. She'll take great care of you.
Hey, welcome to the family, getting adopted right now, right then and there.
I really appreciate the thought, Klee, but I'm afraid I can't accept your offer.
Alright, no impromptu adoption, okay, got it.
I already have my dad's and all my friends. And let's not forget that I'm the leader of Benny's adventure team. You
That
don't
doesn't
need to worry
exist.
about me.
You know, well, it does exist, but it only has one member.
I got it. Then have this. A jumpy dumpty.
Just make sure it doesn't blow up.
Yeah, it's a lazy, dopey, jumpy dumpty that always dozes and never explodes. I hope you
Knowing Bennett's luck, it will blow up in his face.
Are you sure?
Even though she said it doesn't explode.
We'll be happy to make a new friend too.
I'm also happy for you.
Second option for minus? Hang on. To look for ingredients with Razor. Yeah, we still have to go.
Maybe Klee will bring Bennett some good luck, and the adventure will go smoothly. And you might just find some treasures you'd never noticed before.
I guess the different versions of me that have
Highly
been
possible that Klee
created,
will
that would be the
only
second
one who
option.
gets lucky.
Like out of the options you mentioned earlier.
Well, on the flip side, Klee won't be
Look at me
getting
being
into any
egotistical.
trouble with Bennett there, and this way she'll
Give
still
Bennett
get
a
to
lucky
enjoy the
charm.
Mona Lisa Fest.
Cool.
I
Don't
think the
worry
lucky
about
charm
me.
would break.
Let's look after each other.
Yay! Adventure! Treasure! Mine Lisa Fest! Let's go! Let's go!
Still can't believe that they brought back Klee for an event about wine. But sure.
Oh, wait, but what about Wolfie? Wolfie, I mean Razor needs looking after. Honorary Knight, Paimon, you'd better take care of Razor.
Oh,
okay?
we'll take care
Make
of
sure
him.
He finds his mommy.
Leave it to us.
Good luck.
Alright, we're on it. Next
See you
portion of
later,
the event
folks.
begins. And away they go. Alright.
It's so
The
nice
most
to see
unlucky person in the
everyone
world,
such a good
plus someone who
mood.
likes blowing stuff up.
Oh,
Can't see
Paimon,
anything going wrong with that
Razor
combo.
came here. Razor, the Traveler and Paimon were just chatting about the ingredients Venti mentioned in his poem. We think that they're actually a description of the wine's characteristics. Plus, it seems like each of them means something special to one of the 3 big institutions in Mondstadt. So, if we talk to some people we know at each place, maybe we'll find what you're looking
And I'm
for.
guessing talking to all 3 of these individuals
What's wrong?
will
Something
be
on your
like
mind?
the second
Do
chapter
you
of
wanna
this story
talk about
quest.
it?
And then chapter 3 will be, I don't know what,
Yes.
resolution.
These days, I think a lot. I am not smart, not like teacher, not like traveler, but I still have to think.
Thinking is overrated.
Everyone is ready to help, but some things I must do myself.
Is Razor a hybrid
I don't
race?
understand
No, I think he's
human
fully
father
human.
and
I think he's
mother,
fully human. He
but
was
I
just
must
raised
find
by
a way
wolves.
To understand. Maybe I can learn
But we
about
do have
other
hybrid
people's
races, like
father
we
and
have
mother
Diona, who's a
first,
cat girl.
Then think about my own father and mother.
And of
That's
course
why I
Goro,
want to
who is
ask
a
questions.
who is the dog boy.
That's great. Keep at it, and you'll definitely find the answer.
But I think
eventually.
Razor is fully human, just raised by wolves.
Never knew Bennett is like me. When he talks about dads, his scent changes. Warm, like a bed of straw in the sun.
Let's find more people to speak to.
Yeah, we should head back into the city. Let's find a friendly face at the Church of Favonius.
Friendly face, that's how we want to describe Rosaria. I imagine we're gonna talk to Rosaria.
Razor know best at the church.
Excuse me? I couldn't help but overhear you're about to head back into the
Yeah,
city.
it's fully
Is
Kitsune.
that right?
Hmm.
I'm waiting on a fruit cart from the city. It should be here now, but I'm getting worried that something may have happened on the way. but I can't leave the festival to check up on it. Would you be able to do me a huge favor and keep an eye out for the cart on your way back?
Great, so we're gonna have to find it and then probably maybe escort it? Who knows?
Okay, we go. I go too. Everyone
Razor
helps
needs a
me.
shrink?
Now
You
I
think?
have chance to help everyone.
You think?
That's wonderful.
He needs a shrink?
Thank you so much.
Maybe. Alright, Marcel, I'm on this quest, but not because I want to be. Wait. Did I just run into... Fuck, I ran into a quest.
Honorary Knight! And Paimon, the best guide in Tevat. I humbly beg for your assistance.
Bullshit, what do you need?
Did Paimon hear that right? Is Paimon finally starting to make a name for herself?
Bullshit, shut up.
Oh, wait. Haven't we met?
This is the main, in the main hall of the Knights of Favonius
Oh,
headquarters.
that's right. I'm Bernhard, a member of the logistics company under Captain Hertha.
Yeah, shut up, I'm on a
Normally,
different
I
quest
would
right
hope to
now.
become better acquainted before asking for a favor like this, but time's running out, so I really have no choice.
Well then continue,
Help me
don't
rescue
leave the
the
awkward
charity
pauses in autoplay. Rescue, what's going on?
The charity event? Oh, right! Master Jean mentioned that. So, what's happened?
Well, the Knights of Favonius wants to run a stall during the festival.
But?
The idea is for all profits from the sales to go to charity. Specifically, the funds will provide support to disadvantaged children and elderly citizens.
But?
We drew lots to decide whose job it would be, and as it happened, I was the lucky winner. I really didn't want to screw this up, so I asked all around for advice, but my experience is in inventory and shipping. Now I'm supposed to run a whole shop, but it took me forever just to think of what to sell. I'm already completely out of my depth.
Are inscription fair views?
And
I'd
that
have
is
to double
why I
check.
humbly
But definitely
beseech you
better
to
than
consider
Genshin.
your
Again,
assistance.
Genshin is and will probably always be the worst performing game on the channel. That, among many other problems, is why I constantly keep thinking about whether or not it's worth still streaming the game. I enjoy playing it, but I would probably enjoy it even more in my own time at this point. But I am so committed to streaming it at this point that stopping now would feel like I left everyone hanging a bit. Like those 1, 2, maybe 3 people who actually care about me streaming this. Alright, I understand, dude.
Also, no need to be so formal. So, you said this is to help out the kids and old folks of Mondstadt, right? Sounds like a great cause. He's an honorary knight, and Paimon's a longtime friend of Favonius. We'll be more than happy to do
Paimon
it.
says we're happy to help.
Oh, I can't
It's the
thank you
gotcha.
enough. Right, let me get down to brass tacks. Before we can open shop, we need to amass a supply of fair brew jellies. This is the basic currency that we will use when running the stall.
Alright.
The wine merchants in the area are in dire need of raw ingredients for winemaking. Sell them raw ingredients, and they will pay you generously in fair brew jellies.
Which I can then
Also,
use
there are
to
some
get all kind of
international
event
customers
items.
looking
Got
to
it.
purchase
Understood
beverages in
perfectly.
bulk during
You
the
can shut up
Favonius
now.
Fest period. They're on the market for an agent to handle their purchase orders. In the interest of establishing a long-term business relationship, these customers are usually willing to offer a generous price. And there's also room for negotiation with the wine merchants.
Ah, negotiation.
Price
Haven't
difference
had
is
those
ours to
kinds
keep
of
with
things in a
commission,
bit.
And you can cash that amount in for fair brew jellies.
So, to sum up, our job is to sell ingredients to the wine merchants and place orders for the international customers, making sure to negotiate the price, right? Huh. Sounds much easier than Paimon
We're pretty good at this, but we won't do it now because we have another quest to be on. So Bernhard, go away and let me do my quest.
Wishes to purchase 50 crates of fruits of the festival.
I didn't even want to talk to you.
From the Angel's share stand. The shopkeeper's name
But
is
your
Jacob.
voice acted, so I have to
He's a
sit
very
through
nice
it.
man,
That's how
but
we roll. That's
he
how
won't
we
be
roll
pushed
on
around.
this channel.
Please consider the price carefully and try to reach a good deal with Georg. I should carry on setting up the stall now. Once you've gathered enough fair brew jellies, come back here and we'll take it from there.
False cost fallacy.
You won't need to worry about supplies for the shop. I'm already in contact with the suppliers, and they'll send everything over once the funds are in place.
That's how gamblers get stuck.
Sounds good. We'll find the funds and you sort out the shop.
Great. Are we done with this and can we go on with the main?
An enormous help. Thank you both ever so much.
Yes, and thank you for finally shutting up. Okay. I have another quest to be on. I don't have time for your bullshit right now. Jesus. Just had to run into someone else.
This way.
Oh, Paimon sees the cart, but what are these hilly trills doing here? Do they want some fresh fruit now too?
Well, they attack cards a lot. We'll just kill them. Also, Gabe! Welcome and thank you so much for the raid. How are you doing? How are you doing? I was lurking a little bit before I started streaming, so I know you also started this event, right? Not sure how far you got, but hey. Smell a salty code. I'm always salty. Why wouldn't I be? When I get interrupted in my quest by a different quest. Alright, Razor, my boy, what's up? But yeah, how did your stream go? How was Genshin for you?
Trills are a little too obsessed with food for their own good. But
I noticed you fought the wolf boss.
are you okay? Did they hurt you?
So that's nice.
I'm fine, thanks to you. You were just in time. Any later and all you found here is a pile of pulp. And I don't think there'd be much left of the fruit either.
They're still waiting for you at the festival.
Got it. Well,
Stuff
thanks
the
again. I
wine
better not
base of
delay this
mess.
delivery any longer. So, goodbye and
Too
happy
much that I
finalizing
didn't
that.
understand. Too many names I don't know. I mean,
Thanks to you too, kiddo.
a lot of side characters. I mean, you know Razor. Because he was in the quest right before it. What is it, Razor?
Enemy following.
What? Who?
Enemy?
Oh, it's
I think we're a
Rosaria,
little
right.
closer than that.
Now, I'm not sure. Is this the second time that Rosaria has had, like,
On
voice
some
lines
level,
in a
you could
story?
even say that we're brother and sister.
Because I don't think Rosaria ever really appears in the story. Like, I think this might just be like the second time she has proper voice lines in an event story or something.
Wait,
And in the main
actually,
story she
cleaning
doesn't
up
show up at
abandoned
all,
places is pretty normal for you.
I think.
Okay, next question. What the heck do you mean, brother and sister?
Well, she's a sister at the church.
Varka taught you how to use
Kind
that
of.
sword, I take it. Swift but powerful. I can spot that old-timer style anywhere.
Huh?
Peppers
I
are
see you're not much of a
marinated.
talker.
Why?
Well, there's something else you could learn
Started
from
the Dark
Varka.
Knight Hero.
Never
Ooh,
lost for words,
okay.
even when he has nothing to say.
Getting all the
Would be
quests
good
done, huh?
conversation practice for you. Just a
Trying to
shame we have
speed
no
run
idea
today
when I'll be
here a little
back.
bit. Without
It's
skipping
okay.
any dialogue, of
I will
course.
wait.
So I'll try to wrap up all the story
Brother and
parts of this event and
Varka?
then get some stuff done in
Varka's
Sumeru.
a father figure to both of them, so that makes them family. Just not by blood.
And then maybe squeeze in a stream during
Well,
the week
blood
if I
relations
can
are
to
overrated
finish up
anyway,
the
don't you
Genshin
think?
stuff so I can focus on DDLC again on the weekends. Hard to say about blood relations. I mean, I think the bond of blood is a strong one. Not necessarily, it's hard to say.
get
I
it.
know fully well that
In the
sometimes
final moments of your
bonds of
life,
blood don't mean shit.
People there with you won't necessarily be your blood relatives.
Child 2? Gabe Child 2?
Cold,
What?
dark grown-up. You also don't remember
Matter-
what your real mother
I don't know if
and real
I
father
don't know
look
what to
like?
say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
Huh.
Unless that's supposed to be a
So
setup
you're
for
helping him
something.
dig up some info on his biological parents, and trying to help him
Child
build a
rematch.
concept of family along the way.
You could say that.
All right.
But yeah,
you
Child
got
can
me.
be kind of tough. I am happy that I was able to beat him first try, but I was so scared.
I barely have any memories of my.
I was
birth
so
parents.
scared during the
The
entire
last time I
fight.
saw them was long
Because
before I
Chad
had
informed
any
me, hey, that
understanding
dude
of
can
the world
basically
around me.
one-shot you with his attacks as
But
soon
that
as he has a
seems
mark
pretty
on
common.
you.
Even in this day and
So
age,
I
there
had
are
to play
plenty of
so
people in the world who
cautiously.
can't
Like
stop
whenever I had a
thinking about
mark,
their
I would
families,
immediately
but
run to
will
the
never
edge of
get
the
to see
arena.
them. Anyway, if you're never gonna meet someone, it's not worth spending mental energy on them. It's more important to focus on the kind of person you want to become.
No, you are wrong about this.
Oh?
Lupical protect each other. Human family also important. Must care about them.
But why? Why do you have to care
Fine.
about your family?
So let's say you do find out who your parents
That
were
is
and
entirely
they were
optional.
saints. Or the opposite, they were complete monsters. What then?
How would that affect your life choices? What would you do about it?
He doesn't know.
Whew, Rosaria's take is a little on the nose. That's a hard one for Razor to answer.
But it's normal to be curious.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make this any more difficult than it already is. But Razor's feeling lost and confused right now, and all the other Mondstadters we know are too sunny and bright to tell it like it really is.
Yeah, unlike you,
The
because
sun
you're more
nurtures
powerful in the
many good
night, or,
things,
well, faster
but it
during
can't
the
do
night.
anything about the problems lurking in the shadows.
Like, what is it, a 10% movement speed increase if she's on your team during the night?
All right, I'll leave it there. Take this flower. It's icy cold, just like me. Barbara's busy
Next
preparing
ingredient
the summer
obtained.
poetry event for the Vinelesa Fest. She couldn't get away, so I picked an ingredient out on behalf of the church.
So, that's
But can
good.
we really use a
But we still
mist
need
bullet? Won't
to
it
Knights of
freeze the
Favonius.
entire barrel?
We still need to talk to someone from the Knights of Favonius. That takes
No,
care of the
not now
church
that I've
and
dealt
the
with it.
Adventurers
The
Guild, but
bard
Knights
did
of
say to think
Favonius
freedom,
still
didn't
need
he?
to provide an
So
ingredient.
go on, take it. It won't be a problem.
Aw, Rosaria, you're more thoughtful than Paimon realized.
Paimon, you don't realize a lot of things.
You heard the bard say that? Were you spying on us?
Yes, I saw her earlier during the dialogue.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. It's nothing. Varka's been a big help to me in the past, so just consider it returning a favor. Besides, if I'm your older sister, I might as well act like it.
Thanks, One-chan. Now go away.
Good luck
We have
finding
other
your
people to
answers.
find. We still need to talk to someone from the Knights. Might be Jean, might be Kaya. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be Amber.
Now you see her, now you don't. Paimon's slowly getting used to her style.
Who's it gonna be?
Oh well, as love, tender, and true goes, that was pretty awkward, but still counts, right? Now that's left is the Knights of Favonius.
Again, who are we gonna get the ingredient from? Is it Kaya? Kaya is the one who invited us to this event, so maybe it's gonna be him. We also saw Jean.
Are you still
I think
thinking
Amber is
about
the
what
only one we
Rosaria
haven't
said?
seen in this event. Is she
Her
gonna make an
words
appearance,
are
or
like
is she
mist
not gonna show
flower.
up in this event
They
at
are
all?
cold, and they sting. But cold also good for wounds, like Wolfhook.
In-game money
I
for
need to
college?
Think about
Ah,
it.
yes. Need
Maybe
all the
then I
in-game
will
money for
understand.
college. It'll take some time, there's no need to rush. Actually, there is need to rush. We'll wait for you,
Okay.
but don't make us wait too long. We have other
I
stuff
will
to
come
get
with you.
to. I'm
I think
sorry I'm
while we
rushing
walk.
so much. It drops, Primos. Right! Drops! I forgot, are they enabled on my stream? They should be, right? Probably, maybe. Because my Genshin account and Twitch should still be linked from last time. They should still be linked from last time, so as long as the drops are a thing again, they should automatically be enabled on my streams now, whenever they show up again. I actually completely forgot about that. But yeah, you're getting shit by watching today. That's a thing. That's the good shit. Especially because you can get primos. The only currency Genshin gamers care about. Alright, let's see. Is Amber gonna show up in this event? This would be the time. Knights of Favonius. Doesn't look like it. Everyone else in the Knights of Favonius except for Amber is gonna show up.
Person for this.
And Kaya is gonna give us the ingredient by the looks of it.
Oh, just in time. Lisa and I were just talking about Razor's situation.
And I
Where
assume
were
you have
we?
provided an
Ah,
ingredient?
yes. The barrel.
But obviously the nuts part is supposed to be a defender's will. But what kind of ingredient is a barrel?
Obviously that's not what he meant. Shut up, Paimon, you're dumb.
Fair enough.
No thanks, good DMC instead.
Oh, Paimon,
Fair.
don't worry. You'll get your ingredient. I've
But
already
still,
tasked
we
someone
got the
with
good
sorting
drops
it
here.
out.
Anyone who's
The
watching,
person
get your
is
drops.
very conscientious and wants to properly research their contribution, so it may take some time, but hopefully it'll be worth the wait. As for the barrel, how else were you planning on mixing all the ingredients? Surely not in the giant cooking pot at Dada Upa Gorge.
But what if? Ah, the
After
memories.
much deliberation, I realized this was a job for the most sociable and savviest member in our ranks, the cavalry captain. So I asked him to take a trip to the Dawn Winery and somehow bring back a wine barrel.
And he succeeded.
All right, spare me the flattery, Lisa. We're all friends here, and I know you're only trying to help your student. But I haven't been back there in a long time. This could be quite difficult to accomplish in just a single trip.
So what you're saying is I'm gonna have to go.
Difficult. For you? Don't be silly. Negotiating is your biggest strength.
Or I could go.
Wine Fest is one of the most important
I'm already
festivals in
everyone's errand
Mondstadt,
boy.
And you know how D-Luke thinks better than anyone.
Awkward pause. Seriously, what is wrong with
Just drop a
autoplay
few
sometimes?
little hints, like how this is the first festival Mondstadt has had in a long time. We're short on much needed supplies for a multitude of reasons. Oh, who can help us? When he
Who
hears that,
indeed?
I guarantee you he'll offer to help out with finances and sourcing goods.
Lisa's literally trying to extort Master D-Luke.
Can you blame her?
I suppose.
Maybe she wouldn't do it if he would,
All
you
right.
know, partner
I'll
up
head out
with the
right away.
knights. But he refuses.
Wow, he didn't take much persuading.
Awkward pause.
And Paimon was just about to thank Lisa for the things she's been doing for Razor behind the scenes.
You can still thank her for that.
Oh, Paimon doesn't even know whose side to be on anymore.
As long as you're on my side, everything else is fine.
Traveler and teacher did a lot for me. A lot of work. But me, I still can't answer questions. So useless.
Dear me, what's gotten you so
Don't hug me, I'm a
upset, Luke?
child.
We can't have you being so down in the
I need an
dumps.
adult. I am an adult. Some questions he can't stop thinking about.
Ah, I see. Cutie, how about you keep Kaya company while I stay here?
I
and
figured
help
I'd
Razor
have to go
process his
along
feelings?
as errand boy.
As his teacher, I owe him some tutelage anyway.
Alright,
Come and
time
collect
to
him
go.
In a few days' time. The last
Oh, and we
ingredient
gotta
should be
wait
ready by then
again.
as well.
Splendid. I was just thinking about how nice it would be to have some company on my trip.
I don't know what is right, but I trust teacher. I accept.
It's a plan then.
Run
Let's
along
get to
now.
it.
And don't forget
I'm
to
ready.
Tell D-Luke that the Knights of Favonius send our regards.
That will make him want to cooperate less. Probably. Knowing him. Dawn Winery, here we come. No teleport point at Dawn Winery, which is... Again. I always think it's strange that there's no teleport point at Dawn Winery. Like, you always have to walk quite a distance to get to it. Like, most major landmarks have a teleport point right there.
Fond of a good drink, aren't you?
But not the
Wine
winery.
Fest must be right up your alley.
The Genshin Impact.
Kaya?
Oh, I'm
Crossover,
sorry.
yes.
My mind was
All the
elsewhere.
crossover we need.
What was your question?
Never mind. Nothing that important.
Alright, we're here. And yeah, we have to go in. Haven't been in here in a bit. Because was really no reason for me to come back here.
Hi there, Master D-Luke.
We're here on a fetch quest.
I was just wondering who'd be coming all the way out here during the Vine Laser Fest. So, it's you two.
Yes, it is
And
us two.
You too.
Brr, so cold. Almost
So
enough to make me
cold,
feel
said the
unwelcome,
cryo
Master
user to the
D-Luke.
pyro user.
Don't forget that this is my home too. I'm fairly certain that taking a trip home during festival season is a universal custom, common to all the cultures of Teyvat.
Please get to the point.
The point
I agree with D-Luke.
is one that you've already raised yourself. The Vinelesa Fest. To celebrate this long-awaited festival, the Acting Grand Master has been coordinating with both the Church and the Adventurers Guild to host a series of events.
Yes, and provide ingredients for
Unfortunately,
wine.
Given the financial situation of the Knights of Favonius, well, I'm sure you can imagine.
And the Knights of Favonius's woes have what exactly to do with me?
Nothing,
Hey,
but
no
they'll
need
make
to
it
be
your
so
problem.
cool. Even I'm not going to take that. Everyone's just doing the best they can for Mondstadt. Now, I can't remember the last time I tasted Dawn Winery's Weinlesefest special. And I'm sure the Mondstadt populace would echo this sentiment. Are you going to deny others the opportunity to drink to their heart's content just because you don't like to drink yourself?
Yes.
Check it out. Kaya's not so subtly asking for freebies. He's actually doing it.
What a guy.
Anyway, speaking of the Knights, everyone dearly hopes that you'll rejoin our ranks again one day. Then we'll be one big happy family again. If we were able to enjoy the sterling reputation of Master Diluc, I'm sure people would be queuing for our charity booth all the way to Falcon Coast.
Give that silver tongue of yours a rest.
Damn.
You might need it to maintain public order at the festival.
But what if we don't need order? What if we want chaos, chaos?
I'll have Elzer follow up with Hertha in more detail. And I just so happen to have a batch of wine that I can offer as a token of appreciation to everyone that has been working so hard for the festival. Shall I address it to you personally?
That would be an absurd request, even for me. The words, "with compliments from the Dawn Winery," ought never be preceded by, "to the cavalry captain." Is that not the unwritten rule?
You're better informed than I thought. In that case, I will leave this with Adelind and keep everything anonymous.
Well, ain't that
I
something?
really can't thank you enough.
So now we go back and get the ingredient we need?
So generous. That's all Paimon needs to get that warm, fuzzy feeling. Which is just as well since you won't be allowed to drink a drop.
Huh. Are you two here regarding the Weinlesefest?
Actually, we're here about Razor. You tell Diluc that you're helping Razor to make Thousand Wind wine.
Poor Razor. He grew up so fast, and he's still looking for his father. Master Diluc, we really ought to lend him a hand.
How come Klee said he's looking for his mom, but Kaya says he's looking for his dad?
He's looking for his parents, that's all you need to know.
Confusing for everyone else.
It's okay. I understand.
Back to failing to
We
do
have a
things
spare
for
barrel in the
electronics. Well,
winery.
ain't that
It's
sad?
a little
Welcome
old,
back, Rob.
but it's been specially treated for durability. You could leave it next to a flaming flower all day and there wouldn't be a scratch. I think that one should satisfy your needs.
Sounds great. We'll take it. When can we come fetch it?
No need. I'll have someone deliver it to the festival market. Just collect it from the Angel's Share stand.
Aw, you always make things so nice and easy for us, Master Diluc. Thanks a lot. Razor will really appreciate it.
You're more than welcome. Helping each other is what friends do.
You're not my friend.
Wonderful. Always
Because I don't have you yet.
and never forgets to return a favor. That's the Master Diluc I know.
Oh, it's
Mom's a
nearly
trap
dinner
and then it
time.
all makes sense.
Would you
Perfect
care to stay
insight.
for a meal?
How time flies. I'll be on my way then.
So no, we won't stay then. I mean, I can
How did you
stay. We
break?
have to wait
Yes.
2 days anyway,
Taking a
probably.
trip home during festival season is a universal custom, common to all the cultures of Teyvat. Now that even Master Diluc has made an offer, are you quite sure you won't stay for a meal after coming all this way, Master Kaya?
I couldn't possibly, Adelind. I wouldn't want to trouble you.
Oh, don't say that. How often do I get a chance to indulge my dear Master Kaya, Tea
Oh?
for the cavalry captain when you visit in an official capacity doesn't count. I only get to spoil you if you let me cook for you.
Oh?
Well then, what happened to your swagger? Lost for words?
Overwhelmed by the maid?
Diluc, you...
Surely you wouldn't dream of disappointing Adelind.
The more the merrier.
All right, then. I'll take you up on the offer. Adelind, one more set of cutlery, please, if you'd be so kind.
The group dined to the sound of Kaya's jesting and Diluc's disapproving
I'm
growls.
so full. Adeline's cooking's amazing. Everything looked and tasted so beautiful.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Glad you liked it. You're welcome to join again anytime.
Oh? Then I may have to tag along on the Traveler's adventures more often in the future.
Nah, I don't think I see a reason to add you to the team. Ice bridges could be useful in certain situations, but I don't see any active use for them right now.
It's time for me to get back to work.
Take care, Master Kaya. Have a safe trip back.
We should get going as well. Lisa's taking care of Razor, but the Vine Fest can't do without us. See you next time, Master D-Luke.
Indeed. Goodbye.
Also, Rob, don't overdo yourself with sportsy stuff. If you don't have... Like, if you don't feel like you have the strength to do anything right now, then... just... don't do more than you can. I know 3 doesn't sound like much, but if your muscles give out that early... it's probably best if you, like... you know how to... keep everything in check. Alright, final act, let's go. We're doing this. 10 is my record? Damn. I'd have to check. I don't remember when I last tried push-ups. Wait, where do we have to go? Of course we have to wait for 2 days again, because why wouldn't we have to wait again? It's always like this. Probably around 8 again. That's always the time. And we're moving! Very, very slowly. Well, personally, again, I haven't checked like in a long time. Yeah, wait 3 years using the clock thing. I know, this is exactly why I hate it when quests involve you having to wait for 2 days. And there we go, Act 3 has begun.
Lisa said that the Knights of Avonius would help us get ingredients for Razor's wine, right? They should probably be ready by now.
Well, then let's head over there. No time to waste. There it is. How much can you skip using the... at most 48 hours at once. So that's 2 full days. If I need to go advance more than 48 hours, I need to go the full 48 hours, then it throws me back into the menu, then I need to go into the clock again, and add however much more I still need.
Razor's class has been going.
Sucrose, wait!
Oh, Noelle! I'm sorry to say, oh my god, this is the first time we've seen Noelle in a story. Okay, so Rosaria has appeared at least once before. Rosaria has appeared in the story at least once before during an event or during something. But this is the first time Noelle has appeared in a story quest. First time, because otherwise we wouldn't have the character introduction here. Phonius can be called upon in... Joyce, when he was given a responsibility to be seen as a help in difficult situation. To help people in trouble, to lend others her strength. Well, dream of becoming a full knight, yeah.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, please stop her.
Ooh,
And why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
You're so worked up.
Sucrose and I agreed to present the wine ingredient to you together. But when she heard that Razor will be showing up, she insisted that she won't spend a moment longer here than she has to.
But why?
I'm not good at dealing with strangers. Anyway, as long as the ingredient gets into the right hands, that's all that matters.
That's so,
that
huh?
won't do. We worked on this together, and we should present it together. I can't take credit for what you did.
What is the ingredient?
It's not about the credit. Wait.
We have a small lamp grass.
The Knights of Avonius' ingredient is
One of those ice flower thingies.
Yes, it's a quadruple sweetness sunsetia.
And a sunsetia, okay.
Quadruple sweetness? But aren't regular ones sweet enough as it is?
Apparently not for this wine.
Why a sunsetia?
Because they're sweet. Did you not pay attention, Paimon?
Let me give you the full story. I love the scent of wine.
You can take credit for what... Yeah, take full credit. I don't care.
Some of the key principles. In short, whatever ingredients you use, it's essential to include something sweet. In an attempt to select the most suitable ingredient, I gathered samples of all the sweet plants and fruits I could find.
Like, if
in
you want the
Mondstadt
sweetest shit, then just
Then,
grab
I
sweet
tried them all
flowers.
in
They have
turn
sweet in the
and
name,
took
and you
detailed
literally
notes.
make sugar from
I
them.
also factored in the differences between the same ingredient grown in different locations.
What was his
For
poisoned?
instance,
And that's...
sweet flowers
Yeah,
from
that's why she
Sunnyvale
doesn't want to be
are
here,
a
because
little
it's poisoned
sweeter
and she
than those
doesn't
at
want to get
Cape
connected back to it. You take all the credit, I'm gonna go out,
like a lot
you
of
give that
work.
poisoned thing to them and take the credit for it.
It
That's
was
all we
no
need.
problem at all. Just my duty as a maid of Favonius. The chance to source the Defender's will on behalf of the Knights of Favonius is a huge honor for me.
Noelle, your eyes are sparkling. But Paimon thinks it could be
Masochism
because of
and
Lisa's
self-hatred
brainwashing.
gives me resistance to lack of energy. That's a yikes. You gotta work out those issues in another way. Also, Paimon, shush, we need to
Anyway,
progress.
I was worried that my evaluation would be too subjective if only I were involved. Thankfully,
So you brought
I ran
Sucrose
into
in.
Sucrose the other day on her way out of the lab.
Okay.
Oh
Oh no?
no! What is it, Sucrose?
Is Razor here?
I just remembered why I left the lab that day. I was supposed to go and fetch some lab equipment we imported recently.
Oh.
Oh.
Uh-oh. That look on your face seems to say you forgot all about it and have been in the lab this whole time.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh.
Don't worry about it. It's my fault, really.
And without that new
I'll
lab
let you
equipment,
modulate
everyone
that
around the
equipment
lab
shortly.
everyone in the
Carry on,
immediate
Noelle.
area is going to die due to an
Okay.
unfortunate accident.
Anyway, Sucrose is
Very
a
sad,
true
very sad.
professional when it comes to this kind of research. I showed her my list, and she made some extremely valuable suggestions.
Please, you don't need to go out of your way to compliment me. Noelle filled me in on the background of the whole situation.
And then you made the suggestion
I
for
was
the
moved
stuff,
to see
and
how
yeah.
seriously she took this task, even though she'd never even met Razor before. However, none of the potential ingredients she had identified were perfect candidates.
So,
in my opinion,
are there any
what we
Mondstadt
needed
citizens we
was a
haven't
fruit
seen
high in
yet?
sugar
I can
and
only
easily
think of
fermentable.
Albedo
After a final look at Noelle's list,
and
I
Amber.
picked this insidious sample
I think
from
other
near
than that,
Cider
we've
Lake as a
basically
basis.
seen all the Mondstadt
With a view
citizens
to
in this
improving it.
event. Right?
Using bioalchemical techniques,
Maybe?
we were able to amplify the sweetness, then conduct a few tests
Probably.
to compare the results against the benchmarks.
Watching Sucrose work on an
Oh, no,
experiment
Mona.
when she's in the
Mona's
zone
also a
blew
Mondstadt
me
resident.
away.
We haven't seen
Such
her
focus
either.
and determination.
I already said
So that
don't
makes
compliment
3
me.
characters.
Anyway, the result of our research is the Epsilon series Tetrasweet Sensetia, variation 63. And it's finally ready. The sweetness has been verified through rigorous testing, and the size and color are both optimal too. Noelle shortened the name to Quadruple Sweetness Sensetia. Unfortunately, it can't be produced on a very large scale under the current conditions. But as long as we have enough for Razor.
This is more than sufficient.
Traveler, there's something else I'd like to share with you.
Which is?
Growing up, I was lucky. I was never the best at dealing with other people, but my parents never placed any expectations on me.
Lucky,
They
yep.
never said to me, you need to be more sociable, or anything like that. They just said I should do what I enjoy. So, I'm well aware that I'm one of the lucky ones. I haven't lived Razor's life, and I can't pretend to imagine what it must have been like.
Well, I
don't
mean,
know
he
how
has
much it
wolf
would mean
bodies
coming
now,
from
so
me,
that's
but
nice. He has a very good
I
nose.
truly hope he can find happiness and spend his life doing what he loves.
Oh, Sucrose.
Oh, that's him, huh? Right?
Sorry, I am late again.
And Sucrose ran off,
Teacher
of course.
forgot about the time. Kept talking and talking.
Don't you hate it when
That's all
teachers
right,
do
we were
that?
just chatting. Whoa, deja vu. Paimon said the exact same thing 2 days ago. Wait a sec. Where did Sucrose go?
Ran off as soon as Razor showed up.
The moment he opened the door. Hello, I'm Noelle, maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Hi.
Here's our ingredient for you. Oh, but I can't take full credit for it. I had help from an alchemist, but right now, she
She got a little busy with work, yeah.
Yes. It's It's a shame she couldn't be here to present it to you.
Like, she
in
got
person.
very busy like a few seconds ago.
Smells like potion, nectar, and animo crystal fly, right?
Wow. Nothing gets past your nose, does it?
This Sunsetia is sweeter than ones I have smelled before. Klee said alchemy is amazing. It can make things better.
Or worse.
That's right. I hope that this sweet fruit will help you brew the sweetest wine.
The alchemist girl also had a message to pass on. Spend your life doing what you love.
Thank you all. When she has time, I want to thank her also.
Yeah, she'll never have time when you have time, I'm sorry.
I'll figure out a way to persuade her to not work so hard all the time so that I can introduce you to each other.
Okay, I will wait.
Alright, now that we have all the ingredients, we can finally start making the wine. For that, we'll need a barrel, which, if Paimon remembers correctly, is waiting for us at the Angel Share stand.
Then let's head over there immediately.
We're gonna head off now.
Good luck with everything. See you next time.
Mastery Hookers for reason to stay inside. This week's homework is... hang on. Report. He screwed up, right? Photography. Hey, yay, yay. Yikes. Pastor would like to raise his location due to wine reasons. Would anyone like some wine? Please tell me I didn't walk into a different quest. No, I think we're good. Oh, there! Of course. Clea and Diona hanging out.
Honorary Knight Razor over here. Look who it is.
If it isn't the alcohol hater herself.
Wow, it's Diona!
Diona.
I'm always sure we'd run into you at the Cat's Tail stand sometime, but so far, we haven't seen you all festival.
Because she despises alcohol.
Traitors.
For good reason. I fully understand her.
What?
She's calling us traitors because we're making alcohol.
So mad!
We're making wine. She doesn't like alcohol. Why are we not surprised? Wow, that's the first time she's in a story quest? So both her and Noelle have not appeared in a story quest up until now. Even though they've had character hangouts. Interesting. Bartender the Cat's Tail hates all alcoholic beverages, but has a rare talent for bartending. No matter the drink, as long as the mixing is in her hands, it will unimaginably delicious. Taking skills and her cat ears and tail around the family are popular among cats. Extremely popular, however, please take care not to touch Diana's ears or tail when ordering at the bar. If you cross her, the consequences will be dire.
Klee told me the whole story.
Confused me for 2 seconds with your Yuri voice. Mission achieved in that case.
How could you? Razor is Daddy's friend, and he was a good influence, right up until you got him interested in wine.
Yeah, I apologize about that. It's horrible.
Razor, you better promise me that you won't turn into one of those old booze hounds that drinks themselves silly.
Army or
self-centered
army,
and
that's the
bursts
question.
into tears.
Now, I'm the kind of person who
I
would
don't
never,
understand.
who would never join the army, even if people forced me to. I would just
There's been
refuse.
some crossed wires here.
Wouldn't happen.
Clee, what
You can't make
exactly
me.
did you say to Diona?
I told her that Razor's looking for his mommy with the honorary knight's
But
help, and
I guess it's not gonna be that like that for
said he
everyone.
needed some wine, so
Not
maybe
gonna be like
Diona
that for
could help.
everyone, as sad as it is.
But before I finished, Diona said, "Clee, say no more. I'm getting involved in this if it's the last thing I do." And then we came here.
And now, so you're here. No one can make me cut my front hair.
Okay.
That hair stairs
Hyman
stays
doesn't
fair.
even know where to start. Diona.
Okay, army or
it sounds
jail.
like Clee left out a few important details in the story. Let us set the record straight.
Why do all choices have to be pure shit? You explain the situation to Diona. Why does
So
everything
you're
have to be shit?
saying Razor wants to make the same wine that his mother and father once made, so he can learn more about them? You better not be making this up to try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Absolutely not, or no way. I say absolutely not.
Sorry, Diona. It was all Klee's fault for not explaining it properly.
Well, you never got the chance to explain
Are
it.
you still mad? Or can you help Razor make the wine? I caught a bunch of fish for us to eat. And you can pet Dodoko too if you want. I wasn't that angry.
Yes, you were.
You were just trying to help. I understand.
But you can't admit you were that angry because you're a
Razor being led
tsundere.
astray, that's all.
That's just how cats work.
I may have raised my voice a little bit just now. Well, since none of you plan on drinking it, then I suppose I can help you just this once despite my reservation.
Well, ain't that something nice?
But I need you to know that I'm a mixer, not a brewer. So I'm used to working with the finished product. If you really want me to start with a bunch of raw ingredients, that's fine. But I can't make any promises about how it'll turn out. Yay!
It'll turn out amazing as long as she's doing it. Please just uwu voice. You know what? Basically, you have a point. Don't worry, Diona, you got this. Everything you make turns out delicious. Whether you want it to or not.
Flatterers. Now watch this.
Also, Rob giving some insight. Diona puts a signature mixological magic to work.
Done. That was quick. Now we just need to find a place to store it. We wait for a windier day. Does that mean we need to put it
Let me
somewhere
guess. The hands of the statue in Mondstadt?
Maybe Windrise? Very windy.
Or that.
If you say the word windy, that's the first place on every Mondstatter's mind.
I mean, the hands of the statue of the Animo. They really just... Yeah, no, you know the anime Archon, the god of anime, the newest element in Genshin Impact.
I will, I promise.
Nah, the hands of the statue of the Animo Archon. Yes. Alright, I guess we're going to Windrise. Well, I need... Hey! New element in Genshin anime, when?
What a curious coincidence meeting you here.
Yeah, coincidence, sure. Windrise.
Well, I awoke to the most magnificent aroma in the air. After following the sweet scent of fresh fruit to its source, this is where I ended up.
Is that so?
The fruit are super fresh and super duper sweet. I can smell it as well.
There's another reason, isn't there? Isn't there?
I remembered something important. Something that you have to do before sealing the barrel.
Who's the CEO of anime? Who indeed?
What? We missed something?
Razor.
Maybe it's me.
Do you still remember the scent of that half bottle of Thousand Wind wine? I believe there was a hint of bitterness in there.
Yes, there was.
So you have another ingredient?
And with very good reason, too. The source? This.
Dandelion seeds.
You're familiar with
Well,
dandelion wine, right?
That's
well,
an interesting
the
addition,
people of
okay.
Mondstadt believe that the wind can bring back the soul and also preserve memories. Dandelion seeds are like living gemstones, formed from the first wisps of wind in the year.
Gemstones?
People add them to the mix at the
Dude, you're the
last
Animo
second
Archon,
as a way
not
of
the
capturing
Geo
the
Archon.
wind
Shut
the
up about
very moment that the barrel
gemstones.
is sealed. The memory of that moment is then stored in the wine.
And it does
for
contain
all
the
time.
seed.
So, Thousand Wind wine is the original dandelion wine.
Wow. That's so cool. So now our story will be made into wine too.
As for why it always has a different scent, well, that's because people have the freedom to include whatever ingredients they want.
Well, ain't that just cheap tricks? The wind
What is it,
booze.
Razor? What you thinking
Yes.
about?
In Mother and Father's wine, I can smell dandelion seeds, but I don't know what else. In my wine, there is a lot of friendship.
What
still
does
don't
friendship smell
understand my
like?
mother and father, but I still have you and everyone else. Everyone has done so much for me. Farka, Teacher, Clee, Bennett, Uncle Brown Cat, Cold Lady, Grown Up with Fake Smile.
Smells like white
Gray
goo.
Tough
Oh
Girl,
no. Are we
Person
bringing
that
back the
smells
white
like
gel from
Animal,
Portal?
Crystal Fly, Uncle Brown Cat's daughter, Green Bard, Paimon, and Traveler. I remember everyone. Making wine
Why,
is
Rob?
hard work.
Because reasons.
Making this wine needed everyone working together. Hard work with friends? Not so hard after all. I'm so happy.
Well, we made Razor happy. Happy ending achieved. Makes us happy to see you happy.
Thank you. Friends are also Lupical. Whether I'm human or I'm wolf, it doesn't matter. From now on, all of us are together. When I grow up, we will come back here, and we will open this wine together.
Whenever that's gonna be.
Monologue. Even as a bard,
You know what?
I don't feel like there's anything else to add.
Once every
All that
nation
remains
is
now
included,
is
like
to
once the
bury the
entire story of
barrel and
Genshin is done,
wait for the
they're gonna
perfect
have an
moment.
event where you come back here and open up the wine. The group buries the barrel in the ground. Like, imagine if they did that. Imagine if they did that once the game is finished. Like, coming back to this, like, in truly a long time.
Tomorrow should be Windcoming Day, right? Wow, the animal god is coming home.
I mean, he's already here.
That reminds me. I haven't memorized the song for the toasting ceremony yet. I'd better get back. Friends, I shall see you all tomorrow.
Bye,
Get a good
Venti.
night's sleep tonight. Wait for the
For
whisper
God's
of
sake,
the
Rob.
gentle breeze to rouse you tomorrow morning.
Which
Then
god?
come and enjoy a performance by the
All of them.
greatest bard to ever grace the streets of Mondstadt.
You cannot escape the JoJo reference, apparently, sometimes. Oh, great, would you look at that? It's a waiting quest again. Wasn't just one day? I think it was just one day this time. And it said something about, like, 0, like the time. Let's see. Let's see if I got it right at least. No, it's 10. There was a 0 in there just a little bit later. I was used to it being like at 8 o'clock, not 10. Wait, 9 years for the wine to ferment. Imagine if you actually had to wait like 9 in-game years and you just had to keep fast-forwarding time more and more and more. Oh, sorry. And yeah, that just completely ruined the dialogue. That's another thing I hate about Genshin. Like how easy it is to interrupt dialogue. Like you do one wrong thing, like you walk into something else, dialogue interrupts. You open your map, dialogue interrupts. You do literally anything, hey, guess what? The dialogue interrupts. Alright, we're here.
Wow, so many people have shown up to welcome the animal Archon. Huh? Why is everyone crowded around the Angel Share stand?
Tradition holds that the finest wine of the Vinelesa Fest only goes on sale after the Animo Archon has tasted it at the toasting ceremony. Everyone's waiting in line for the big moment.
Ah, I see, I see.
So welcoming the Animal Archon back is just a means to an end for them, huh? What about you, Lisa? Are you here for Razor?
What gave you that
I
idea?
was feeling a little concerned about him, but I just spoke with him, and he tells me that the winemaking went very smoothly. Such a relief. A glass of the festival's finest will go down smoothly now, too.
Wow, you too,
The
huh?
anime Archon, yes.
Razor and the others are over there. You should go say hi.
Can I be the official anime Archon? I have the power of God and anime on my side.
There you are.
Whoa, what's with all these bottles? Selling your own homebrew now?
Is that the same bottle that was in the chest?
These are for Razor, from us.
That looks like the exact same model. It even has the note on it.
God today, and we need to give him some wine. If the animal god likes the wine, he'll turn into the wind and bless everyone. We want the
His
animal
echoes and
god
all inside
to
my
be
no.
happy, so he helps Razor. Oh, on
Not
our
weeb
way
enough.
out, look what Albedo
You know
let
what?
me
You
borrow.
might have a point.
This
I'm
bottle's
sorry.
from my dad. Luckily, I managed not to break it on the way here.
How did you
It's
not
just for
break
show,
it?
though. I have to give it back to them afterwards.
That is so unlike Bennett.
Said that the animal god can drink a lot of wine. She said if he wanted to, he could drink the whole of Cider Lake in one big gulp.
Wouldn't put it past Venti.
Do you think we'd have enough between these and the wine raiser's parents left behind?
We can only hope.
Green Bard.
Let's ask the god himself.
Everyone, I am greatly honored to be able to be here today. I have been invited by Acting Grand Master Jean of the Knights of Favonius to perform a piece for everyone. Thousand Wind Wine. It is some of the finest verse I know. I dedicate it to the wind and to everyone here with us today.
To the wind, so to your own power. You dedicate it to your power.
Barrels and store them away, then wait for a windier day. Wax the bottles, seal them tight, for the south wind that soothes, for the north wind that bites. How does this fine wine taste to the tongue, as Mondstadt to the ear, like a sweet dream of freedom? And what are the fruits that went into the brew? An explorer's courage, a love tender and true. A defender's will, strong as yesteryear, joining the thousand winds in a song of good cheer, turning sour into sweet, bitter notes fade away as we wait for a windier day. Pray tell, what treasure does this barrel hold? 'Tis wheat's greatest triumph, the true liquid gold. As it flows from the keg, what sound drifts by? Wind chimes in the boundless immemorial sky. We raise up our glasses and voices in song as we wait for the wind to sing along. Where do we turn once the thousand winds take flight? To the tales of the lyre, to the sweet dream of tonight.
Dear friends, let us now
Performance by the tone deaf bard, everyone.
To the Animal Archon.
Dedicated to Potato.
To the Animal Archon.
To the Animal Archon, who's certainly not standing there in front of us. Tone deaf bard did the thing.
Don't feel sad, Klee.
But why didn't he come?
Because he's already here, you
Animal god didn't
little
come
child.
home. Is it because he doesn't like the wine we brought for him?
I don't think so.
Of course not. You know, Klee, the wind isn't the only form that the Animal Archon can turn into. He
Okay.
can turn into anything. So today, he must
Yes,
have
as
come
soon
back
as you heard there
looking
was
like something
alcohol.
else. Huh? Really? Maybe he turned into a Jumpy Dumpty.
Or a tone deaf bard.
Sure, Jumpy Dumpty it is. Hope you're listening, Animal Archon. Racer, did the Animal Archon bring you a blessing?
Mayhaps.
I talked a lot with you all, and I learned a lot.
I
Now,
didn't learn
I am
anything.
not afraid. I think that is a blessing.
Don't forget to save me a glass of your wine once it's finished fermenting.
Well, I get some too. The answer is no. It will remind us of this moment.
Yes. We share together, and we remember together.
Yay! But now I'm getting
Don't forget snow and lamp. Well, not. We already had small lamp grass as an ingredient.
shall we?
I heard that the Angel Share is selling a new drink called Fruits of the Festival. Everyone's saying it's delicious.
I want some!
As long as it's
Okay,
non-alcoholic.
everyone, let's go.
And I imagine that's the ending? Oh, no, there's a cutscene. Oh, and the wind's picking up. Took you a while. And just like that, he came.
Take this, crush it, and place it on the fracture. Listen, Missy. Promise me you'll live on.
Oh?
This is where you must stay. You are our only hope. Forgive me, Kaya.
Good, very good. That's my boy. I will always be proud of you.
Chug it!
After all the time we spent on it, the wine still isn't ready. May as well leave it for our son.
Razor. What do you think of that name?
Oh, an adventurer's name. Yes, I like it.
Razor? Razor! Come on!
Drink it! They left it for you, so you better drink it. And that's it. That's the story portion of the event. Done. I'll double check, just to make sure. No more story quests, we can move on to the Archon quest now. Alright, it's time to not waste any more time and get going. New areas are open for us to explore. Our left, we'll see how much we can get done. I don't know how long this new chapter is. I might stream a little bit longer too. I might stream a little bit longer depending on, you know, stuff. The more I can get done today, the better. Should be able to stay, we'll see. Hey, Catherine! Tell me about the new area.
Ad Astra Avisask. We meet again, you two.
Hi, Catherine. Do you have any commissions for us today?
Why is alcohol the bonding object?
Commissions, huh?
Because wine festival. That's all the reason you need.
Oh, how about this? Please attend the Academia's Academic Symposium this afternoon and recite a love poem on stage.
More poems?
Say what?
Also love poems?
And if possible, please also use your camera to capture the reaction of the audience upon finishing the poem.
Do I need to write a love poem now?
What kind of commission is that?
I feel embarrassed just imagine. No, no, no. The audience would definitely have a reaction. I would feel embarrassed, yes, but not as much as I used to feel. I'll go for this option.
It appears that you're not interested in this commission. In that case, please go to Port Armos and convince the Eremites there to spend some time volunteering at the local orphanage.
Sounds more doable. Isn't that just asking for a beating?
I'm sure the mercenaries will have some interesting reactions as well.
Camera.
Paimon's gotta
Yes.
ask, just who exactly has been submitting these commissions to the Adventurers Guild?
Oh,
Anyone and everyone?
Well, actually, I just wanted to see the two of you in action.
You're not actually Catherine. Damn it! We're talking to the Dendro Archon, aren't we? Dendro Archon, why are you always taking over Catherine? Because why not, I guess.
Was it so obvious? I was hoping you would actually take one of those commissions. That kind of chance to observe humans doesn't come by often.
Is that so?
Ah, so it's Nahida. Paimon just knew Catherine wouldn't crack those kinds of jokes. When did you get into her head?
Dendrogobur.
From when she said, Ad Astra Abysosk? So it's been you this whole time?
Yes, of course, obviously.
Are you done resting up, Nahida?
No, never.
Yes. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. And I even had a really,
Ah,
really long
imagine. I've been sleeping ever since we parted ways. Oh, that would be such a chill time. How long has it been? It's been like a few weeks at this point. Oh, that would be such a nice nap. So the Akasha can't take away the dreams of gods.
It was another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival, except it was a happy one. In my dream, I was sitting in the middle of a flower terrace, and everyone in Sumeru City was holding hands as they danced in circles around me.
Everyone committing unprotected hand-holding. Oh my god.
I also
Mega
got to sit on
lewd.
a gigantic flower carriage. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, raised me really, really high above the ground, and I was throwing an endless amount of Yalda candies at the children. You know, Nahida, maybe your dream is how the Sub-Zero's festival really should be. It's meant to be a joyous time where everyone gets together to celebrate your birthday.
But in reality, it kind of sucks.
Huh? Wasn't I describing a really happy dream? Why are you both looking at me like that? Wait, could this be an example of the emotion known as pity?
Maybe.
No, we aren't pitying you.
No, maybe we
Make
are.
everything worse. We just don't want you to feel too sad.
Which
By the
is
way,
kind of
have you had a
pitying.
chance to visit Dunyarzad? How's she doing? The Homiyanis haven't allowed any visitors after the festival, so we haven't been able to check on her.
Not like we
I
tried.
paid her a visit right after I woke up. She was resting at the time. Her condition is stabilized. However, since Elazar is a manifestation of the withering on the human body, we can only cure it by finding a way to take care of Irminsul's own withering. But for the moment,
Which I'm assuming we will by the end of the Sumeru story.
what they're planning.
By the end of the Sumeru story, we'll have this figured out.
Right.
Probably.
What'll happen if they manage to pull off another scheme like the Samsara of the Sub-Zero's festival? So our first priority should be investigating and putting a stop to the Sage's activities. As for how we should pull that off, let's discuss it somewhere else. There are too many adventurers around here.
Even though it's nighttime, everyone's just active.
Sorry, adventurers. We're gonna be borrowing Catherine for a little while.
What's with that mischievous look on Paimon? Did you see that? She just looked straight up evil. Alright.
Let's continue our chat here. Okay.
Not too far away, honestly.
How we can investigate the sages, Nahida? Actually, I've already done a little bit of work on that.
We're gonna
But
borrow
now, I
Catherine,
wanna
yes.
hear your thoughts.
Possess... Key in the academia... Possess a key figure in the academia, possess a student and infiltrate the sage's quarters. Could grab someone close to the sages and question them. Say key figure in the academia?
I've already tried that. But all the key members of the academia, even the core 30 guards, intentionally avoid wearing their Akasha terminals. It seems
Okay.
that from the very beginning, they've been guarding against info leaks from the Akasha. Of course, it could also be because they're weary of me.
So, investigate them by torture then. Grab one of them, torture information out of them.
Guessing not yet.
Best way we've got.
Distrusting me would make perfect sense if they've ever paid attention to the urban legends about me. In any case,
Hope there are voice actor outtakes for this game
their minds
recorded.
directly.
Maybe there are. Maybe there aren't. I mean, I know that if you want to hear more of the voice actors, they sometimes play games together. Like some of them. As a student and infiltrate. I would say the last one, but we'll go down the list. Actually, no, I will just say the last one.
We're in the dark as of now. Since we still don't know anything about their goals, any rash move could tip them off and lead to terrible consequences. After all, every person in Sumeru City is one of their hostages.
True, I guess. Then I guess we gotta sneak in.
No way, that's too risky.
Then what do we do? Those were all the options.
No, it's not that. We shouldn't involve innocent students in this. A single mistake could completely ruin their lives. Doing that would be ignoring the safety of my people for my own selfish goals. How is that any different from what the sages are doing?
That's a good point. Spoken like the god of Sumeru.
So what do we do then? I can't think of anything else.
Are we really out of ideas?
Paimon, you didn't have any ideas to begin with.
So you already have something in mind, right? Don't keep us in suspense. Spill the beans already.
According to a popular theory from the Vahumana Darshan of the Academia, rejecting impractical motions at the beginning of a planning session will give more weight to the actual proposal.
Which is?
But aren't you the god of wisdom? You don't have to use that kind of gimmick to make us take your ideas seriously.
But it doesn't hurt.
Well, I've been thinking that if I can't directly possess the leaders, and if I can't get ordinary people involved, then I should find someone who's already involved, but hasn't decided to side with the sages.
You're saying we should recruit a spy?
Oh, I have a feeling I know who you're talking about.
It could work. Oh, before coming back, we met someone named Alhaitham. He seems like he acts alone, and he likes doing stuff behind the Academia's back.
Uh-huh.
We probably aren't in cahoots.
Actually, I already have someone in mind.
Or I guess we're picking someone else.
Named Setaria?
Setaria. Paimon remembers now. Isn't she the one who's always trailing behind the Grand Sage of the Academia? We ran into her basically every time the Sumeru Festival repeated itself. You could even say we're old enemies by now.
So perfect, if we accidentally end up ruining her life,
Smug and mean way she
that wouldn't hurt us at all. In fact, that would benefit us.
I've always liked observing all kinds of people, and Setaria has always stood out from the crowd.
Perfect, let's ruin her life and use her as a spy.
She was born in the desert and was hailed as their greatest genius. Her academic gifts allowed her special admission into the Academia, and also gave her the opportunity to serve as the sage's assistant.
Oh, Paimon didn't know she was from the desert.
Which is a place we'll visit soon.
Paimon feels like most of the desert dwellers around the city are working as mercenaries.
The name Setaria means star. When she lived in the desert, she shone like the brightest star in the night sky. Later on, she was chosen by the sun. The star was given a place in the daytime sky to complement the sun's dazzling light.
I mean,
Soon
you can't forget the sun is also a
witnessed
star.
The sun scorching the earth, which brought forth many disasters. The star began to waver. Instead of staying beside such a sun, wouldn't it be better to return and light up part of the night sky? But in the end, she couldn't give up the radiance of daytime. To cope with her shame, the star buried her guilt and closed her eyes.
There's no longer just a metaphor, huh?
From the sound of it, Setaria's just hung up on the research opportunities here. But she doesn't really support the Academia. She still feels
But she still goes along with it.
more for the desert, right? She's just running away from her problems.
So again, if we do end up ruining her life by
When they are
accident, not a
presented with
problem.
complex moral issues, many people will simply plug their ears and go with the flow until the problem can't be fixed anymore. She's suppressing a lot of guilt, but before she realized it, she had already become the sage's accomplice. She can't deny her part in their schemes anymore.
Sounds exactly like the person we need.
Right. We must somehow make her face her problems again.
How?
That way, not only can we get useful intel from her, but she can also use it as an opportunity to redeem herself.
And worst case scenario, we ruin the life of someone who works for the Academia.
Setaria will take a day off from
And
the
I want to burn
Academia
down that
every
entire
10
place
days to do
anyway.
some
The
shopping in the
entire
city.
Academia needs to burn.
Tomorrow afternoon just happens to be a shopping day for her. That'll be our chance. To prepare, Let's go check out some of her favorite spots and have a quick chat with a few of the vendors there.
Alright, let's do it. Time to gather some intel. Hello. I am here to talk.
This should be Sataria's favorite fortune-telling spot. So should we ask the fortune teller about Sataria?
Or should we just get our fortune
I
told?
already have enough information on Sataria. The most important thing now is for you to pay attention to the vendor's talking style and key characteristics.
Okay then.
Style and key characteristics? My poor lost lambs. Have you become troubled over your fates? The divine voice of wisdom often echoes between mine ears. If thou be blessed today by the gods, I may be able to show you the way.
Okay then.
Rita, you've been whispering things to her?
Probably not.
My friend here has some doubts regarding his future. Can we get a fortune reading for him?
Please? If you would be so kind.
Of course, of course.
The divine wine of wisdom. Cats. That's all we need.
It seems that Harut and Marut are quite wary of you. Perhaps, at some time in the past, you have somehow offended the gods.
Yeah, specifically the one in Inazuma.
The god of Animo, questioning the Lord of Geo's financial savviness, and brawling with the god of Electro. Do those count?
Specifically, yeah, God of Electro. That's the most serious thing.
Nothing. Go on, pick an aspect for her to divine.
Grimora, is that you? Who knows? Hey, that's, yeah, young Grimora. It's young Grimora, guys. Aspect in love.
Love prospects? No problem at all.
Well, what can you tell me?
The gods have spoken. The truth shall be revealed. One who is fated to cross your path will appear on... Huh? So many people will fall for you.
Yes! Best one.
Did you two spoil my divination?
Oh my god, yes! This is a harem story now. The isekai, of course the isekai protagonist gets a harem. Why wouldn't the isekai protagonist get a harem of his own? It just makes perfect sense.
I admit that the orientation of today's celestial matrix is suboptimal.
You got the best dialogue.
Is that so?
Of course. So there was another option. So like, is there only those two options, or is there for each option, like, there's a random chance, like, can it pick from multiple things, depending on what you pick? Like, even if I pick love, would there be multiple things it would pick from? Or is it just those two? Imagine if there was multiple things it could have picked, and I actually just got incredibly lucky for the best stuff. But apparently very, very many people will fall for me. I am intrigued. Broke the 5th wall. Breaking all the walls. It's set number, so you use. I can reference the number. Wait, where is the spot I'm supposed to go to? What? Apparently I walked straight past it.
Is this another one of Sataria's favorite stalls?
Apparently.
Yep. It belongs to a king. His father helped Sataria a lot when she first moved to Sumeru City, so she still comes by whenever she has time.
Also the story, depending on the reading, imagine.
Listen carefully to the details of our conversation.
Ah, dear customers. Would you like to look at some pottery?
Maybe.
Your great craftsmanship, so we specifically came to take a look.
Oh, I recognize you. Aren't you Miss Catherine from the Adventurers Guild? Sounds like I'm in for some big business.
No, she's just accompanying me.
Speaking of, where did you learn this trade?
I suppose you could say it all started with my dad. He's a mason by trade, but I picked up an interest in clay while apprenticing for him. After that, I began making pottery by myself in secret. And I simply changed trades when my
Secret
work turned
pottery
out well.
making.
Although it's a pity
How
that I'm no
scandalous.
longer making much use of the knowledge provided to me by the Akasha.
That's nice. You're making a living doing something you love.
So is your father still working as a mason?
Oh no, not anymore. A few years back, he fell from a roof and broke his leg.
Ouch.
Since he had already saved enough mora over all these years, he's just enjoying the retired life in Port Ormos nowadays.
I see. We wish him peace and happiness in his retirement. I'll have someone in charge of logistics at the guild come by another day for some goods. We'll leave you to it. Take care now.
That will never happen.
No problem.
Unless you
Rest
make
easy.
Catherine
All
do
our
it.
goods are sure to meet your every need.
Alright, next stall, I guess. Imagine looking at the future and calling it Blink? What? Calling the future Blink? What?
This should be our final stop. Sataria's always thinking of this restaurant when she's working at the academia.
Well, anyway,
Always
restaurant
comes by
time.
whenever she's out in the city.
Nahida, you've really thought of everything.
Of course she's thought of everything. She's the god of
To
wisdom.
protect Sumeru's citizens, after all.
And grass.
Hi there. I feel like I've seen you down by the docks before.
Huh? Sorry, I don't quite remember.
If I recall, you were having a discussion with someone about shipbuilding at the time.
Bunk?
That's right. I've always been really interested in feats of
Bunk
marine
Blink looks very
engineering.
similar.
After all, I grew up in Liyue Harbor and spent my entire childhood staring at the ships going in and out of the port. I came to Sumeru to study, but failed to make it into the academia due to my lack of talent. But
Imagine lacking
I'm still
talent. Couldn't be
discussing all
me,
kinds of
he said.
problems with different
Fully
scholars.
lacking
And
talent.
I'm continuing to study and perform research from the restaurant's basement. I'm sure I'll get to the academia after their next round of exams.
What an admirable spirit for learning. Amazing.
Sure, but you'll find hardworking people wherever you go.
So this restaurant has a basement as well? Huh. First I've heard of it.
That's right. It's not usually open to patrons. Most of the time, employees
Oh.
use it for breaks or to hold private events.
Huh.
I see. Yes, that makes sense. Well,
Maybe they
good luck
also
with your
open it
studies,
when
Miss
there's too many
Chishan.
customers to fit in the upstairs area.
Thank you so much. As long as I can make it into the
You
academia
do poetry,
as an
shot
official
it.
student,
Okay, fine.
I'll be happy.
Fine. I shall shut it. Alright, back to our secret talking spot right out in the open.
Mm-hmm. 3 familiar faces should be enough for Sataria.
What's the point of all the information we've collected? Nahida, you still haven't told us how you're planning to make Sataria face her problems.
Utilizing
Sataria's
these people?
already used to avoiding her problems, so we must find a way to break through her usual sensibilities.
By utilizing people she talks to on a daily
The
basis.
Eremites in Port Ormos are all making a fuss about the upcoming resurrection of the Scarlet King. Although it's all just a boatload of nonsense, the faith of her homeland may turn out to be Sataria's soft spot.
Oh, Paimon gets it now. You want to take advantage of the guilt Sataria feels about her homeland.
Although she knows she should return home to help the people of the desert, all she's done is conspire with the sages.
Hing the thread was to criticize Sataria's actions or make demands.
How do we set that up?
Well, the Scarlet King is long gone, and Sataria is also too smart to fall for any simple tricks.
So we have to travel to her homeland, I imagine.
In the guise of the Scarlet King's believers, she would definitely be wary of us, and we may not get anywhere. But if we were to borrow some of her close acquaintances to talk with her, her reaction would probably be very different.
So possessing those people specifically.
You're going to possess those people we just talked to?
Yes.
Yep. Possess them through the Akasha. Imply that they've already converted to the faith of the Scarlet King, and then convey our made-up will of the Scarlet King. As long as everything goes smoothly, we'll get through to Sataria for sure. She'll never guess that we had anything to do with it.
But you said she's smart.
So that's how you're going to use all the info we collected on these people. It's so that you won't slip up and break form. Possessing them will only work if you can manage to pass off as them.
Exactly. So, best of luck with impersonating them.
Why are you saying that? What? But you should.
But we don't know how to possess anyone.
Are we gonna...
That's
How?
no problem at all. I'll just share all their senses with you once I've possessed them. As
But
long
why
as they
can't you
also
do
learn the
it?
Akasha terminal, the effect will basically be as if you've possessed them yourself.
But why won't you just do it?
That is pretty convenient. But why does he have to do this? Can't
Yeah.
you do it
No,
yourself?
for once I agree with Paimon.
Although I've been observing humans for a while, I've never been good at imitating them.
But you're the god of wisdom.
Not wrong. It's always been painfully obvious whenever you try to pass as Catherine.
Alright, I'll try my best, I
If
guess.
it was at all possible, I would have preferred to leave these people alone. But seeing how things are now, I probably should just accept it and push on.
Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. We're only doing this to help everyone, and we'll only be borrowing them for a little while anyway.
Then let's do it. Chop chop.
Alright, then let's
Stuff to
give it
do.
a go tomorrow afternoon.
Why do we have to wait again? 12, huh? It's always like this. Wherever you go in Genshin, you have to wait. Alright, let's go. We're doing it now. First stop. Here comes trouble.
Oh, here she comes. Sataria's here.
Time for possession.
We follow her. Once she starts talking to her acquaintances, we'll find a safe spot to begin possessing them. As for how we'll sway her to our side, I'll leave that to you. I trust you'll know what to say.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
Paimon's starting to feel kind of nervous. Okay, let's go. Looks like they've already started talking. Let's find a hiding spot and get started.
Dialogues in disguise. Gentlemen. Gentlemen. Mental gen. Alright, possession time. We're doing it right now.
That's right. You really can't force anything when it comes to love. And besides, everyone around me has a very different background and outlook.
That must be so weird.
Are you still listening to me, Nabia?
Of course.
Oh, of course I'm listening. You were talking about troubles with your love life, right? I heard everything you said.
Okay then. You just seemed a little distracted for a moment there.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us.
Strange. Your cats seem pretty worked up. Is something wrong?
Something's wrong with your love
I always
life.
thought they were quiet, happy kitties. Oh, what are their names again?
Oh no! I think it was the top one. I could be wrong though. I'll just say the top one.
Are you sure? Those aren't ringing a bell for some reason.
Well, actually they have many names. Which names I use depends on my mood.
Huh, I see. I imagine that must be hard for the kiddies, too.
Yeah. So what's the second option?
Which fortune do you want me to read for you today? You must have come for another echo of the divine voice of wisdom.
Well, that was a weird jump in the camera.
I'd like to get another reading on my love prospects, but to be perfectly honest with you, I feel like I've been a real mess recently.
A mess?
Well, could you do a reading on how long it'll take me to finish my current project at work? I really just
Paimon
want to get
peeking.
it over with.
I hear you. No problem at all. The gods will reveal the truth.
The gods have spoken. The gods have spoken. That right?
The gods are asking, Setaria, why haven't you gone home?
Why haven't I gone home? Do the gods really know everything I've been thinking about?
Maybe.
Setaria, why don't you just go home? It's a demand now instead of a question. The gods seem to be truly upset.
I'm sorry. I know I failed the gods. Please pass on my most sincere apologies and ask for their divine forgiveness.
Not sure they can. Not sure I can do that.
If I may ask, Nabia, is there a specific god who's speaking to you right now?
The Scarlet King. Oh well, not the Scarlet King, but.
What an inconsiderate and naive question. The
Yep.
god who is speaking to me is, of course, the wisest and mightiest of all, the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? No wonder he would make such a demand of me. Oh, wait a second. The Scarlet King passed away a long time ago.
No, the Scarlet King has been revived.
The Scarlet King's resurrection has been spreading like wildfire. It's all just a misinformation campaign from the academia. How can the Scarlet King still exist in real life?
His resurrection is a misinformation campaign?
What insolence! I am the Scarlet King's most loyal believer. Do you wish to refute his voice of wisdom?
Oh, no. As a child of the desert, I am only reveling in his power upon learning that his divine glory has touched even this city.
Alright, it's working despite my mistake with the
Think
cats.
very carefully about his demand of me. I'm sorry. I must go now.
Wait!
And away she goes. Gonna have to try harder to say. We dipped out of there fast.
Oh, she just ran off in a hurry. She looked pretty upset too.
Well done. Setaria didn't seem to suspect anything amiss. To have something she's been trying desperately to avoid show up out of nowhere and berate her, that must have shaken her to the core.
So let's do it again.
Aw, Nahida, it seems like you understand human
Cracks me up.
emotions
The
really
fact that
well.
it's just up there above the Scarlet King every time.
And in any case, my time with you has shown a lot of them to be utterly useless. I'm still trying to make sense of everything. Anyway, enough of that. Let's hurry and catch up to Setaria.
Right, we need to do the second. The
That
second
king's down,
possession.
Right on cue. Let's get ready to possess him right away.
On it. Possession time once again. Must feel so weird. Imagine you're just talking to people and everyone you talk to passes out for a second.
Something. Oh,
Actually, didn't you ask me to help you look for work? What kind of work were you looking for again?
Masonry. You know.
Oh, right. Your old man's craft. How could I forget? Speaking of, how's he doing? Is he feeling any better?
He's feeling a lot better. He can lift stuff now. Why lift stuff? His leg was broken, so yeah, he's walking more now.
Oh, that's good to hear. I have been thinking a lot about him. If I could get some more time off, I'd love to pay him a visit. Actually, while we're talking about him, is he still living in Port Ormos?
Yes.
Yeah, he's been retired there for a while.
If you could find the time, please write him a letter. Please pass on that recently, faith in the Scarlet King has taken root in Port Ormos.
The way the entire text has to shift down to make space for that little extra text in there.
Follower of the Dendro Archon. I don't want him to get into a fight with those Scarlet King believers because of a difference in beliefs.
Oh? So who are you siding with in all of this? The Academia or the Scarlet
Even
King?
Better! It's supposed to be centered above the Scarlet King, but the Scarlet King was divided into two lines.
You were born a child of the desert, yet you chose to betray the Scarlet King, and now you spend all your time with those crooks from the Academia.
Akeem, you don't mean you've also become a believer of the Scarlet King?
Of course.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King? In fact, aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
Can't pick a side? Me?
Yeah.
Whoa. Paimon had no idea you'd be so good at this.
Well, it went better for the second one than for the first one. Before I knew it, I really started getting into the role.
You really zeroed in on the issue and put it right in front of her. It might feel a bit overwhelming for Sataria.
But that's the point.
But once everything is over, I'll be sure to pay her a visit to her mind and explain everything. Anyway, let's keep going.
Visuals? Nah. Text adventure. We need more text. Alright, next one. Yeah, we'll get to it. I just had to set up a dong real quick. And Rob is still here. Well, let's do another possession.
So, Shishan.
Oh, not even fainting this time.
Anything weird in the city lately?
We're in the zone
Like,
now.
As if someone was trying to preach to you about something.
This one. So in the attic. Basement.
Oh, right. Speaking of strange things, I celebrated the Sub-Zerus festival so many times that I lost count. That was really weird.
Wait, how could you be aware of that? That should be impossible. Nothing in the report indicated anything like that.
Oh.
Are you still failing to realize that
Really
the
tired?
Academia's
Well, it is
lily
pretty late
tricks
at
can
night.
Never deceive all of Sumeru's citizens?
Shishan, don't tell me that you've converted to the Scarlet King as well.
Why would that be so weird?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King. In reality, shouldn't you be the one who is ashamed? You, who works side by side with the Academia and treated people as nothing more than experimental subjects?
Please, please stop!
Nope. Can't stop, won't stop until you realize that you are a horrible person.
Still trying to run from her problems.
Did I push too hard?
She can no longer justify everything to herself.
Hey, she's trying to talk to the guards. What should we do?
This is the most important part of all. Quick, get ready.
Ready for
Mercenary,
what?
You're a member of the Corps of 30, correct? Please help me pass a message to the Matcha right away. The situation in the city is getting out of control.
Please, try to remain calm, miss. Tell me what's happening in the city.
A lot.
Heretics are infiltrating the city, and they've already converted many residents to their side.
Oh shit.
Heretics? What kind of heresy are you talking about?
The Scarlet King! Many people
Oh,
I know
no.
have suddenly started believing in him, but he's long dead. It's impossible.
You fool, I am a believer too.
Nothing is impossible.
You know my name?
The Scarlet King is immortal, and all who defy him will one day pay the price.
You
You
fool!
must face the truth, Sataria. You tread a treacherous path,
The
and the
enemy
longer
else.
you ignore it,
Save
the
the
tighter the
voiceless.
Academia's
A
grasp
single
on you will
person
become,
song.
and the deeper you will be ensnared.
Fair.
Child of the
Gotta
Scarlet
get some
King,
work done, huh?
never forget
At
that
least
the desert
saving.
that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
What's so strange about becoming a believer of the wise Scarlet King?
Now she's seeing everyone
In fact,
again.
Aren't you the strange one? The one who still can't pick a side?
What an absurd question. You make it sound like I should be ashamed for becoming a believer of the Scarlet King.
Oh, we're breaking her. Tags mind break. Definitely the mind break tag. Fighting for 3 hours. I stopped seeing objects, only text. We only need text.
It seems that no matter where I run, I only keep finding more believers of the Scarlet King.
Yes.
I have to say, this is a familiar feeling. I've also been running from my guilt this whole time. Guilt over my part in the Sage's plans, and from ignoring the letters from the children of my homeland.
So?
But no matter how much I
Will
might
you
try
stop
to
running
ignore or
now?
get rid of it, my guilt always comes back.
It's not too late to turn back.
You won't necessarily lose your research opportunities by facing the truth. Besides, did you really want to conduct your research while carrying such heavy feelings of guilt?
I'm a scream
How do
maybe
you know
someday.
Me so well? Are you truly just a believer of the Scarlet King? Or are you the god himself?
That's not important. The important thing is to pass judgment on the Academia and its sages, and to correct their mistakes. If you could provide some assistance in this matter, perhaps it could serve as a form of atonement.
I've
Well,
actually never believed in the gods, but I've always believed in serendipity.
how can
Your appearance must
you know?
be a fated opportunity
I understand
for
not
me to get out
believing
of
in
this
any
wretched
gods,
situation.
IRL, because
Please
I
tell me,
myself
what can I
don't.
do for you?
But in the world of Genshin, how can you not believe in the gods in the world of Genshin? Where they're basically where it's basically a proven fact that they exist. Great, we finally convinced her, but still.
How much do you know about the sage's current activities?
I was
Scarlet
just one
King,
of the
dead
designers for
god.
the massed dream harvest
Dead
scheme,
god.
which is what happened around the Sumeru
Very
festival.
dead god.
But I know very little about the full scope of the overall project. I'd assume that only staff with the highest clearance would have access to those confidential documents. I've just been working to meet the Grand Sage's specified requirements. However, there's something that's been really bothering me. I heard that a scholar who was previously expelled has returned to the city, and even the sages are still quite wary of him.
An outcast that even the sages are still wary of?
To fight against the Academia, we will need to figure out the nature and the purpose of their work. Is there a way for us to get access to the confidential documents you mentioned?
It should be possible if we're willing to take some risks. After all, I'm an assistant to the Grand Sage, and I've been working on many tasks outside of the project. One thing, though, I won't be able to transfer the documents to you through the Akasha once I get my hands on them. The sages have always closely monitored all activities within the Akasha.
Sucks to
Let me
suck.
see. Let's use the most primitive method. Send someone to pick up the documents tomorrow evening at the Academia entrance.
I mean, I guess
The
that
Academia
might work.
entrance. Wouldn't that be too conspicuous?
Don't worry about that.
It's
I
always
assure you,
darkest at
this
the
won't be a
it's always
trap.
darkest at the foot of the
I'm only
lighthouse.
suggesting
Is that
this
how the saying
location
goes?
because it'll draw
Pretty
more
sure.
scrutiny for me to leave the Academia again. It'll be safest for me to distract the guards long enough to hand you the documents.
All right, I trust you.
Well, let's go.
So, if I were to successfully complete this task, would it mean I've atoned for my wrongdoings?
That'll depend on the judgment of the Dendro Archon.
The Dendro Archon. That's right. Her people are the ones we have endangered. As the god of wisdom, she's also the one responsible for judging and guiding the scholars. Maybe it's time for me to find a god to believe in.
Just as Nahida predicted, we've managed to bring Sataria to our side.
Let's go. Now we've got an
Traveler's
insider.
execution was ingenious. He he's the one who deserves all the praise. Well, now that we've made plans to meet again tomorrow evening,
Believe in
all
the
we
god
can
of
do is
anime,
pray for
yes.
Sataria's mission to go off without a hitch.
Pray? But if we're going to pray to the gods, aren't we just praying to you? God of wisdom and guardian of the scholars?
No. The truth is the true guardian of scholars. I've always believed that. Anyway, let's meet again tomorrow evening.
So, does that mean another time skip? I'm guessing that means another time skip, huh? Following day 19. Isn't it fun to wait? It's the most fun part of Genshin, right? Like, this is the kind of content we all love to see. We love nothing more than this. And we're done waiting. Let's go. Alright. Right up here. Hey, Catherine.
Catherine, we're here! Oh, you are the other Catherine, right?
Are you?
That's right.
Good.
I suppose I'm the other Catherine in your mind.
Can we just call her Nahida?
Shh! We're on a secret mission tonight, so we need to protect Catherine's identity.
Yep, Paimon's right. We cannot fully rule out the chance that the meetup tonight is just a trap.
How much of the event? We're not on the event anymore. The event, like, we already completed the story portion of the event, I think.
After all, the academia should still be unable to
We're on to
confirm
the main
existence
story
of
now.
my consciousness in the outside world.
Yep, exactly. Just
And how much of the main story exactly is left, I don't know. I somehow doubt that.
Anyway, enough about that. Let's just make sure to be on our guard.
Conscious too much? It's fair if you're tired, especially. Speaking of which, don't you feel something is off?
Off? What do you feel is off?
Just a little too quiet around here.
The middle of the night. Of course it's
Nah, the previous night, we were, like last time we were talking to Catherine, there were people walking around too.
I think he's right. It really is a lot quieter than usual.
When we
If
stopped the
you look
event,
around,
as soon as we got to back to
people in the
Sumeru,
I'm not sure if this is the case for the entire
like we
city,
stopped
though.
once the alcohol was completed and the animal Archon came. That was the end of the event.
figured out a way to not only distract the guards, but also to get everyone to go to sleep early, just so we can exchange the documents in peace.
I also can't quite figure out why things feel a little off. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and meet her as we
Another
could.
section of the story and then go to sleep.
Regardless,
Fair.
As long as you're here with us, Paimon feels
Go
a
to
little
sleep as
safer.
soon as you feel too tired to do anything. Alright, going to the academia, which is higher up. Thankfully there's a teleport waypoint. Oh my god. They're blocking my ability to teleport? Stupid academia.
Aren't many people out right now. Let's hope it'll be this quiet in front of the academia, and that Sataria managed to distract all the guards.
Well, the end of stream. I missed time yesterday. Fair, but yeah. Guys. Oh my god. The academia is so powerful they straight up disabled my teleport. How dare they? Like, that's the most horrible thing we've encountered. How fucking powerful is the academia? Way too powerful. Alright, we're here. Oh, cutscene! That's how you know shit's about to get serious. 2 cutscenes in one day? Imagine that. There it is.
What are all these people doing here at this hour of the night?
Something's wrong. Something's wrong.
Ah, the triumphant hero returns at last. And to a rather spectacular welcome, even if I do say so myself.
Hello?
You're the outcast, expelled from the academia.
Indeed I am. Although these days they tend to call me the Doctor. If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken
Oh?
into confinement. With some basic
Oh?
caution, she could have discovered
Oh?
the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
So, we have a Harbinger who's an outcast of the academia?
What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals.
So you can control them all at once?
Information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world.
I mean, we've done that on multiple occasions.
My experiment is a success.
Doctor
and
Who?
Now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people.
Leave now. You need to get out of here.
What? That guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here.
Come on, we've faced for 2 Harbingers before.
People of Sumeru.
Whoa. And just like that, they're all sleeping. No need to slaughter. She's got this.
Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
That's the power of a god for you.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
I'm not sure if it was a good idea to leave her there. But that, ooh, that was a sweet character introduction. But oh, I'm not sure that was such a good call.
This should be far enough. Paimon needs to catch her breath first.
Okay, can we go back now?
Is Nahida going to be okay?
They won't wake up. But she can jump between mines. Hopefully she'll be fine. Yeah, true. But Catherine, plus if that dude, he knows how to mess with Akasha terminals. So even though Nahida can jump between mines via the Akasha terminal, that dude, like, he knows how to interfere with Akasha terminals too. So there is a risk. But hopefully she'll be fine.
Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary.
Ugh.
He called himself the Doctor. Remember
Just take off the terminals, bruh.
Sataria
Never.
did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently.
That was him, huh?
Sages are wary of him. Yep. Sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor.
We underestimated the scale of this problem. And the number of parties involved.
Yeah. Now that the Doctor's in the picture, we're no longer just dealing with the academia. They're in cahoots with the Fatui. But what are the Fatui after this time? Another Gnosis?
Probably, they're always after a Gnosis. Like, every nation we go to, they're hunting for a Gnosis. To find a way to reunite with Nahida.
Yeah, things would be a lot easier with Nahida's help. Nahida said we'll meet again outside of the city. But we can't just keep waiting around, right?
Let's start our own investigation.
You mean?
Let's go find Tainari.
Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work on some project when we were staying with him in the Vidia Forest? That has to be the same project. Even though he turned it down at the time, he might still know something. There's no time to lose. Let's go to Gandharvaville.
Let's go, on our way. Right, there is no teleport point. Always hate that. But I guess we can walk a little bit. Alright. Going in. I wonder, like, is the Doctor gonna be another weekly boss? Probably. I mean, I imagine when I see a Fatui Harbinger, I'm like, yep. At this point, 2 out of the 2 Harbingers we faced have become weekly bosses. So,
Hold it right there.
you know.
A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
What kind of trap? I only see weaklings. What kind of trap is this supposed to be?
Did you come here to arrest us?
Core of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
Oh, probably the Doctor.
An outcast from the academia?
Sounds like the Doctor, yep.
But why wouldn't the Doctor just send the Fatui after us?
Probably because he's like, damn it, my own men will just die if I send them in. Let's send in other people so we at least don't lose our own men. And that's why he didn't send the Fatui. Local mercenaries might have an edge over the Fatui. Yeah, true, they might, like, know how to utilize the area to their advantage a little bit more. That
Still
too.
wasting time on idle chit-chat. We'll shut you up soon enough.
You won't.
Get them!
I mean, you'll certainly try, but you won't succeed.
You're up, traveler.
Like, if you think this is gonna be an issue in any way, you are so wrong. Even though you are 2 levels higher than my max level. You're 2 levels higher than max level, which is impressive, but you're still weak. Like, seriously, you, like, do you even try to be a challenge? I mean, to be fair, you got 1 hit off on me. Which is more than some other people were able to do.
It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements.
Well, there's a lot of them at least. Can't wait for normal enemies to be level 120. I think level 100 was the highest level I've seen any opponents be. I think I've never seen an enemy over level 100. But I'm sure at some point it's gonna get more ridiculous.
Elite mercenaries are like?
At some point they're gonna have to increase it some more, because otherwise, you know, the difficulty kind of stagnates right now. But how would they balance that? How would they balance enemies over level 100? Who knows? Probably won't be long before we see more of them.
Yeah. Looks like we'll have to keep our guards up. But this doctor guy seems like a pretty tough opponent. He knew exactly where to set up an ambush. Did he predict that we would try to find Tainari?
In that case, Tainari might already be in danger.
Going up against smart people is tough. Anyway, let's keep going.
Like, Tainari might already be in danger. Wait a second. He said something about a listening device on our new spy. There's no way he could have planted a listening device on us, right? He wouldn't have had an opportunity to do so, right? Unless there was one on Catherine. Like, he might have had an opportunity to do that at some point, maybe? No, it's annoying to fight against smart people. Yeah, because you're gonna have to use your brain, and I don't like using my brain. And Paimon doesn't have a brain to use, which makes it even harder. Alright, where are you, Tainari? We need to talk.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here?
Looking for Tainari?
Kale, it's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right?
The answer is no.
To be honest, I'm not doing too well.
Actually, no.
My
Okay.
has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result,
Not good.
Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks.
Oh, Kale.
I am worried about getting struck by lightning again. It seems that curing Irminsul is our only chance.
Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him.
At first, my enemies. Playstyle is fighting games
Master
is
Tainari,
glass cannon.
You just left
Fair.
the Nvidia Forest
I
a
mean, it
little
makes
while ago.
sense. It's the fastest
He decided
playstyle.
to party DI.
He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation.
So where did he
I
go?
thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. He almost never leaves his post. He left in a hurry this time, though.
He didn't give a reason?
No, I only found out that he left through a message he left behind. He also made sure to delegate all his tasks using a schedule.
Why would he leave right now,
To
though?
leave in
The
such a
timing, it's just,
I
ooh.
guess he had something urgent to take care of. Master Tainari originally studied in the Amorta Darshan of the Academia, and Partis DI is something like the Amorta's research base. Many rare shrubs and grasses have been planted there for research.
Okay,
I
so...
know that before he became a forest watcher, Master Tainari once spent a long time conducting research at Partis DI.
So you're telling me to go there?
Gotta wonder what kind of research Tainari just decided to work on all of a sudden.
Well,
Oh, we don't have a lot of
yeah,
time, so
just
let's
go.
look for him at Party's DI.
Just go, just... No time to think. Please take care of yourself, Kale.
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards.
Will do. That and a warning about the doctor.
Will do. See you later, Kale.
And the rain cleared up just in time for me to leave. Well, at least I have a teleport point here. And we're here.
Wait, look who it is.
Catherine!
Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you.
You haven't been reprogrammed by the doctor, have you?
Hey, this was supposed to be a touching reunion, but you're ruining the moment.
Let me ruin the moment.
It's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. After all, the Doctor has shown that his technology can apparently even control
For the
human
full of
minds.
all teleports points removed.
Plus, it's not
That
like
would
we
be
could've
such a
known what
pain.
happened after we split
Imagine
up
you're in
and I was
Mondstadt and
facing
then
the
you have to
Doctor
do a
by myself.
commission
Even a pool of
in
stagnant water
in
after
Sumeru
a torrential storm can
or in
occasionally pass as a
Azuma.
patch of sky.
Oh no, that would be horrible to
Feels
travel.
like only the real Nahida could come up with such an obscure analogy.
I believe you.
Huh? But I wasn't trying to win your trust or anything. All I wanted was to clarify my point.
And that's exactly why we trust
Understand
you.
that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor people all right?
I sure hope so.
When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Thankfully, when the doctor mentioned depositing information into the subconscious, he didn't mean engraving information into their minds.
I'm guessing that would have been way more
Instead,
difficult to
he
deal
did
with.
something closer to creating hallucinations. That was still within my power to fix. Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away from him just as he was about to capture me.
What a relief. The doctor sure pulled out some hidden cards, but good thing we had Nahida with us.
I'm sure we'll see
wouldn't
him
be
again
relieved
real
just yet.
soon.
I gave away my true identity when I restored everyone's minds, which means we've lost another one of our trump cards.
Yeah, they now know you're here.
The doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha terminals. Maybe it's only a matter of time until he captures my consciousness inside the Akasha.
Then we need to kill him
longer be able
as
to
soon as
jump
we
between
can.
minds? Then how do we stop him? He's still at the academia, so it's possible he already started messing with the Akasha.
Our position will only get worse at this time. With time, yeah, that's sadly true.
With us. What a nasty piece of work. Plus,
We fought for Tui in the past. We can do it again.
is apparently enough to make
shouldn't give up hope
Yeah?
just yet.
And I fought
Let's try to
Archons,
find
what's your
another
point?
way to attack this problem.
Actually, Nahida, how did you know we were trying to get to Party's DI? Have you been waiting for us?
Yes, I have. I can see the traveler's elemental energy, so I deduced her destination by looking at the direction you were moving in. You didn't come here for sightseeing, right? Did you find any leads?
One potential lead.
For a scholar we know. His name is Tainari, and the sages once tried to reach out to him. Why don't you come inside with us and see what we can find?
Okay. Let's just hope we won't get him into trouble.
He might already be in trouble at this point. Let's see if we can find him up here. Hello? Not here? Have you seen Tainari?
Traveler? It is you!
Yeah, nice to see you, Hypatia, but have you seen Tainari? Didn't expect to run into you here.
What a pleasant surprise! It's so nice to see the two of you again.
Who's this?
She's a scholar we met in the Avidia Forest. When we last saw each other, she was still training in the... what's it called? Satyavada life?
Oh, I see.
That's right, we're old friends. You've come at just the right time. Ever since I've come here, hardly anyone has even talked to me.
Well, that's good and all, but have you seen
I'm
Tainari?
excited about this. Actually, for you to leave the Avidia Forest means... you're not in training anymore? Wait, no. Did you already finish your training and reach Pariporna life?
What do you think?
I want to
My
say yes.
Has already managed to make contact with the divine.
You did it? Congratulations!
Really happy for you, but I believe that might be a trick by a certain doctor. You're truly amazing.
It's so exhilarating to share this sublime joy with others at long last. When my consciousness made contact with the gods. What a supreme and unparalleled experience.
Oh my god, are you orgasming right now?
That sounds incredible!
But actually we're here for Tainari.
Oh, alright. Actually, please wait. I haven't forgotten my promise to you.
She is. It
Remember?
certainly looked like it, right? That
promised
wasn't
to
just
help you
me.
understand what you saw from Irminsul once I gained deeper insights. My current self has not only gained true insight, but I can even help you establish a direct connection to the consciousness of the divine.
Are you sure about that? You sure that's not a trap set by a certain doctor? Do you believe her, Nahida?
I've never heard of anything like that, but if you want to give it a try, I'll do my best to protect your consciousness during the process.
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneal with me. This is still a crucial part of the ceremony.
We're using that incense again?
I guess we are.
All right now.
How did you set that up? Where did you hide
I'll
that?
help you establish a pathway to connect your consciousness.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm not sure. If this is a trick, at least I know it's coming. If it's not a trick, it's gonna be a pleasant surprise.
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies.
Electro?
My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother.
Oh my god, it's about that one
Strength
harbinger.
above all.
What was his name again?
She saw no worth in me and I was discouraged.
Like, we've encountered him like twice during events. Actually, no, once during an event and once in Inazuma real quick, right?
My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted.
Okay, but that last one really, like, that they... Sure, it was their fault.
So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laugh in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty. A blank slate.
It is a pretty interesting story,
and
I
ready
agree.
to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity.
Now we finally got like the full backstory.
There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
Well, someone entered their emo phase, I guess. Intertagli are the best. Fair. But honestly, he was just like, yeah, I entered my emo phase. I denounced the world. Who needs emotion? I wonder how long that phase is gonna last. No, okay. Yeah, no, that is not either of them.
Just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime emotion!
Not sure how to feel about this.
Shame. If only...
If only what?
If only that which beats within my chest wasn't a filthy mortal heart. Oh, great and merciful God!
Not...
Please grant me forgiveness.
First
and
of all,
salvation.
not a god. Second of all, not the kind of person you should want to
I'm
worship.
afraid this is no Purna life, but rather...
Wake up, Hypatia, you're worshipping an emo kid. Balladeer and toy maker? Wake up, Hypatia.
You! Why are you so mean to me? Why is everyone hiding from me? I found...
Not really god, but
divine
also
wisdom.
somewhat, right?
Shouldn't I receive praise and honor? Haven't I uncovered that light in the darkness?
Well, you've gone insane. Sorry to say
That's
this.
how I always thought everything should be. Wait. Have I already lost my mind?
Mayhaps. And there she goes.
Wait, something isn't right.
It's a trap, isn't it? While we were in here, while we were busy looking at someone else's thoughts, we were surrounded. Yeah. We're already surrounded. Of course we are. Also another cutscene. Getting a lot of cutscenes today. Look at that shit. What? What? Why always that sword? I don't know why always that sword. What? What? Wait. What? I see you. Oh no. That does not seem good. Now that is a weekly boss. Yeah, no, that certainly does look like one, but oh, Tainari, hey, What's happening?
Okay, we finally lost him.
How did we find Tainari? And what happened to Catherine? So what exactly happened to Catherine? How did we run into Tainari? I am so confused.
Are you okay, Nahida? Wait, no. Something feels different. You're back!
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Okay, so Nahida kind of did her thing. I hope Catherine's okay. It's me, what just happened?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an emergency measure right before the Catherine puppet was destroyed.
She was destroyed, okay.
Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He
Like, okay.
mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here.
I guess we just lost a Catherine today. I can't believe we lost a Catherine. Thankfully we have more, but we lost one. This time she didn't just transfer our mind into my body, our minds swapped places. We were Nahida for a second.
What? You swapped places? You mean your consciousness also went into Nahida's body?
Yes.
Wait, then where is Nahida's consciousness? Where is she now?
Maybe back in her body?
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be transferred around like this.
So this is what a god feels like.
I would have never believed it. I don't think this can be achieved with current human technology. Also, while we were running, the consciousness in your body told me to pass on a message. She said, "The doctor has found a way to trap my consciousness, so I can't journey with you anymore. But even
that
on a
isn't
moonless
good.
Night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies."
Oh no! Nahida's trapped in the sanctuary of Surasthana for good this time. Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague.
It's in a code that only we know. Can't let the doctor figure out what we're up to.
Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor captured her, she won't be able to say anything without him knowing. She's being extra careful. Even in a moonless night, a shower of starlight can still drown out illusions and lies. Huh. Paimon knows the moon illusions and lies are from the alchemical divination at the Sub-Zero's festival. Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something
Maybe
to do with
it's been a bit.
Sataria.
Denari's too smart, his knowledge talk hurts my one brain cell. Everyone in this game is too smart, except Paimon. Nahida herself, Sai refers to the people of the desert. Send lies refers to the academia's plans. Guess the people of the desert?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think Nahida was telling us to go find help in the desert?
Probably.
She isn't with us anymore. Think we'll be okay?
I mean, we'll have to be okay.
You said Sanctuary of Surasthana. Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the consciousness who was occupying the Traveler's body, is the Dendro Archon?
Maybe.
Your guess is correct, but the situation's a bit complicated, so it's really hard for us to explain right now.
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away.
Sure.
As for the complicated nature of the situation, safe to say I have witnessed that for myself.
You think?
I've spent some
I
time
was
with
only
you,
here
and
so
it
the
looks
player
like
doesn't
Dendro
feel like the only
Archon's
stupid
also
one
on
while
your
playing.
side, so I trust you.
I feel smart compared to Paimon, you know?
Actually, we came here to ask you a question. What do you know about the project that the sages have been working on?
Like, if you know anything at all.
That. While I was indeed invited to join that project, the sages were always secretive about its scope and goals, so I eventually declined. All I know is that that project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Think I know what the project is about. I just received some new intel.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida's body?
The academia is turning the balladeer into a god. And they have, like, what, 3 gnosis at this point? Like, one gnosis is enough to make you a god. One is enough to make you a god. Is the Balladeer gonna eventually have a full 7? They wouldn't go for a full 7 though, right? Because full 7 would mean that they'd have to take the gnosis of the Tsaritsa as well. And they wouldn't do that because they serve her. Unless, after they have achieved 6 out of 7, they're gonna backstab her just to have a full 7 gnosis. Who knows?
What?
Do you have any evidence?
I saw a nascent god under construction. Isn't the Balladeer almost a god already? Well, but a gnosis really changes things, you know? And now imagine one person having multiple of them. So-called divine consciousness. You describe what you saw when you exchanged consciousness with Nahida.
So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were different from those of the other scholars who went mad. It's because she made contact with the consciousness of a new god who is still in the process of being born.
Tighnari, did you leave the Avidia Forest because of Hypatia?
I did.
Huh.
I noticed Hypatia's mental anomalies.
Is
but
basically
since
the
her
Raiden
symptoms were
puppet,
rather atypical,
but weaker.
I secretly took her to parties.
Yeah, but
and began
give
searching for a way to
him a
return her
gnosis
to
or
her
2
normal
or 3 or
self.
7,
If I didn't
and
take
suddenly
action,
that's gonna be a whole
Hypatia would have
different
already been
story.
taken by the Matra to the desert, doomed to a life of exile at Aru village. Now that you mention it, I knew the Academia has never thought particularly highly of Lesser Lord Kusanali, but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as creating a new god. Looks like I made the right decision by not accepting their invitation.
Fatui are also behind some of this.
The Doctor and the Balladeer. We have 2 Fatui Harbingers in Sumeru. Sounds like we're in for a bad time. From your description,
Sorry.
I don't think they've completed their project. There may still be room for us to intervene. But then, what is the connection between creating a new god and restoring
Yes.
Yeah.
Imagine you fight the Balladeer and it's just gonna be Megalovania as the background music. Wouldn't that be something? Let's head to the desert for now. Oh my god, I just noticed something. There are 7 Gnosis. And in Undertale it takes 7 souls to become a god. They're turning the Balladeer into a god and are collecting Gnosis for it. And there are 7 total. Okay then. Like at this point, let's just have Megalovania playing during a boss fight. Well, let's head to the desert for now.
Right. We've pretty much gone over everything we need to know, so we should head out. How about you, Tighnari? What are you going to do?
I'll stay here for now. I still want to try a few more things to help Hypatia.
You do that.
Planning to go into the desert. Start by heading for Caravan Rabat. That'll be your fastest route. Come find me here if there's anything else I can do.
We will, like, take a few steps into the desert at least.
Thanks, Tighnari. Hopefully Hypatia will feel better soon. We're off then.
Because let's face it, the story quest will likely take 2 hours. And I'm not sure how long I'll be able to stream if I stream during the week. Like, I'm not sure if I will be able to stream longer than usual. And today I can do it. So we might as well make our way into the desert today. Even though we're already a little bit past closing time here. But I'm not sure how long we'll go on. Because I'm not sure how long this story chapter even is.
We finally made it to Caravan Rabat. It's pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh?
And we're about to head there.
Wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel.
I heard section got played and I got my reaction. I can sleep now and lurk on mobile while sleeping. Ah, appreciate the lurk.
It's gotta be
And have a good night. Hope you can get some good rest in. Like, I will likely do one more Genshin stream during the week if I can manage somehow. We'll see. And I take care. Same to you. It's indeed quite impressive.
Enough gawking. Come on.
Oh, I'll hate them.
Huh?
Where did you come from? No, yeah, where did he come from?
Over here.
What? I mean, first of all, hello?
Oh, Haytham went that way. Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
Yeah, no, I'm curious too. Like, what? Why and how? I mean, it's nice to see you. Like, really, but where did you come from? And why are we just running?
What the? Where did he go?
Okay, apparently there were some people after us.
How did we lose them? They were just here a second ago.
More Eremite mercenaries? Who are they working for this time? Anyway, traveler.
Probably working for the doctor again.
Followed again.
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you a long time ago.
How did they trail me? I used a teleport point to come over here. Thanks, Alhaitham.
There's no need to thank me. I've never cared to keep track of personal favors. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across. It's a habit I developed at the academia.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. We never thought we'd run into you here.
But it's a pleasant surprise.
Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academia? Wait, don't tell Paimon that you're here to take us back on their orders.
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the academia's hit list.
Yes.
I can't say that I didn't expect it. However, had I wished to turn you over to the academia, don't you think you'd already be the Eremites' honored guests by now?
I mean, that is a fair point, but maybe you just want to take all the credit. Who knows? Did you participate in the Sage's big project?
I have no interest in running errands for that project.
Good.
As a scholar, I've always belonged to the camp that promotes researcher autonomy. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the Sages can offer.
Oh, why thank you. I'll take that as a compliment. So you were actually looking for me?
Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Unfortunately, I've run into some difficulties.
Such as?
Everyone says the capsule originated in the desert and was eventually moved to Port Ormos. If I am to get to the bottom of this, I must understand how the capsule first came to be. Which brings me back to you, and why you're so interesting.
Oh, I'm interesting. Alhaitham called me interesting.
The Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you, and upon seeing him, your expression became perplexed, and you were lost in thought for quite some time. To have that kind of reaction, I think you must have realized something. Are you interested at all in sharing what you've been hiding from me?
Must be because I was so shocked to hear those words again. World, forget me.
Alhaitham, you really have a ridiculous eye for detail. What kind of person even notices or remembers stuff like that?
The situation is a little complicated.
So that's your answer. Well, I do work for the academia after all. So considering that, it is indeed wise to keep your cards close to your chest. But that does prove you do have some undisclosed information about the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Am I right?
Not about the capsule specifically, but yeah.
No matter. Rather than simply learning the answers from you, I'd still prefer to investigate on my own. Speaking of, you two are also headed to the desert?
You too?
That's right.
Interesting.
We have the same plan as you, but we don't really have any concrete goals at the moment.
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest settlement in the desert, so it'll probably have more resources and intel than anywhere else. Well, would you like to head there together?
So let's head there together then. An excuse to spend some more time with you? I'm all for it.
Travel with someone you know. Let's go.
Alright. New area. Here we go. Taking the shortcut. Not following the path. Why would I follow the path? If I can just go straight across. That's also directly the direction of a statue, which is also a big plus. Well, here we are. New area time. It seems very dusty here. Might be because we're, I don't know, in a desert? But what do I know? Oh, and there's a viewpoint too. Nice. Let me just do this real quick. There we go. That is already quite a big chunk. And that statue is right on the edge of the already revealed territory, so that's nice. Not a lot of teleport points in this area, so if I ever have something to do over here, it's gonna be quite the... Actually, no, there's a the statue. Right, the statue is right next to it. Alright. Let's see what this town is like.
Before us lies Aru Village, the safe haven of the desert folk.
Whoa, this landscape is really something else. What a cool place. Let's go check it out.
But not too thoroughly. We won't check it out too thoroughly. We'll just check it out as much as necessary. Oh, cutscene again. Potato. Yes, Rob, potato.
Wow.
So many cutscenes today. Like, this is a gift from the Genshin gods. Oh. And that's the new character who has their own story quest, right? Yeah, this person's story quest is what we'll be doing next time I stream Genshin. Also, immediately getting attacked. Ain't that just perfect? Look at that fight, though. Look at that. Sweet fluent animations here.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia.
And you won't let us pass the bridge, huh?
To enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Oh, Hatham. Do not think you can escape my judgment, just because you managed to escape my attack.
Okay.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Okay, what kind of beef do
Had
you
I
two
used
have
my
exactly?
Full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me.
You sure about that? You sure I couldn't have
Styled like
stopped
an
you?
assassination. I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or resist. Standard practice for the Matra, as well you know.
Seemed to me more like your own personal touch.
Who is that, Al-Hatham?
Enlighten me, because I know I'm gonna spend time with this person later on.
Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
Oh.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Hatham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him.
I'm sorry, I
Believe a
can't
single
resist
word
siding
that
with
comes
him.
out of his mouth. I have been pursuing this scribe for a long time. I urge you, stand back and do not seek to defend him any longer. Otherwise, there will be consequences.
Well, I don't trust him as much as you seem to think.
Has Al-Hatham done something wrong? Hyman doesn't think he's as bad as you've made him out to be.
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Al-Hatham, I saw it during our fight.
Oh?
Take it out. The divine knowledge capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a Matra's senses.
And there it is.
Wait, the divine knowledge capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands?
It didn't. It didn't. We saw it, but we in-game did not. So you did lie to us.
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. What does this capsule mean to you? And why, as General Mahamatra of the Academia, are you all alone in the desert? As far as I'm aware, the other Matra have been speculating about your disappearance. Have you been given a mission that's, let's say, morally dubious? If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and resources to judge me within the walls of the Academia?
Is it a mission from the sages?
I should have known you'd be difficult to deal with.
You two? Ugh. What should we do, Traveler? Paimon feels like we can't trust either of them.
We'll just keep exploring on our own then and let them figure stuff out.
Well, look at you
Oh,
two,
and you're here too?
Self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia?
Everyone's just coming along for the ride now, huh?
Great, finally someone that we can trust. You gotta help us out here, otherwise these two are gonna start fighting again.
So what if they do?
Yeah,
More great
looks that
action.
way. Two giants from the Academia duking it out once and for all. Not something you get to see every day, that's for sure. Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over each other. But how dare you bring your petty disputes into the safe haven of Aru Village? It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some sense into your thick skulls until you finally learn to respect these grounds.
Yes, more fighting! Neither of them can afford to be distracted by Dia.
Hey, did either of you hear a word I just said?
Oh. Sandstorm!
Whoa, what's going on? The wind's so strong. Is this a sandstorm? Paimon's gonna get blown away.
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, over here, quickly!
Another new character.
Someone's calling for us. Oh, this wind is too strong. Let's get over there.
Alright.
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two. Jeez, are all of you Academia folks such hard work? Move it!
All right, stop yelling.
Alright. Where do we go now? Ooh, by the way, new loading icon here. Because new area and all that. Well, ain't this just lovely? Not awkward silence at all. Like, we can move on.
Well, this is pretty awkward.
Should we
Hey,
leave?
Wanna play sardines with three people who wanna tear each other limb from limb? Sure, why not? Sounds fun. The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
Then how about you just sit down?
My sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself. I am Candace, protector of Aru Village.
Our savior has come at last. Nice to meet you, Candace. The name's Paimon. Thank you so much for helping us.
You have my gratitude.
There's no need to thank me. It's only right to help each other when the weather gets rough.
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older sister. Unlike those guys over there.
All right.
Siblings argue
now that we're all
too.
better acquainted,
From
we
what
shall
I've
return
heard.
to the topic at hand. As a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, I was observing your conflict from afar, even before the sandstorm started.
And you didn't
and now that you
intervene.
have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to make absolutely sure that you pose no threat whatsoever to us. So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest.
They
If
won't put
anyone
those to
dares
rest.
start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh,
Creatures of the sandstorm?
may have misjudged Candace's character.
I am intrigued. Special monsters that only appear during that weather?
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's
Interesting.
what I like to hear. So, which of you will begin?
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now. Anyway, one of those two should probably start talking.
Wait,
Wow.
that was
Pressure.
you trying to be a mediator?
I mean...
I have nothing to hide, so there's no shame in explaining myself.
Okay.
While Al-Haytham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been assigned a morally dubious mission. Rather,
Really?
I've chosen to exile myself.
Why though?
Exile yourself?
Do you not agree with the methods
A
of the
little while
academia?
I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. What little they did report clearly did not match the project's actual progress.
Okay.
As General Mahamatra, I had the responsibility and authority to request an audit. However, to my surprise, the person responsible for the erroneous data was none other than Grand Sage Azar himself. I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request, but I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me.
So you didn't
began
trust
to
in them and
realize
you
that
left.
They were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no
Was there ever any
I
doubt?
realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the academia.
So you
today.
decided to exile yourself.
I believed it would be wise to flee the academia before the sages had a chance to take action.
By the way, I
against
think
me.
after this dialogue, we'll slowly
This
wrap
way,
things up,
They
maybe.
can no longer see nor predict my actions. I will never give up on this investigation. There's no
In that
need
case,
for
we can
someone
work
else to give me
together,
power
guys.
or
Come
authority.
on. No need to fight.
I
Let's
find the
all
truth,
work together on this
I
and
will
tear down the
administer judgment
academia.
by my own name.
Sino seems to have the same goal as us. We're all investigating the sages.
Exactly. Team up, come on.
Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a lot less scary.
Still too early to trust him completely, but still,
Well,
team up.
Sino, if that's your story, then why did you see Al-Haytham as a target?
When I was investigating the matter in the academia, I overheard a conversation between Al-Haytham and a sage. The sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Do you dispute this, Al-Haytham?
Oh shit.
What?
Like many parts of the project,
You said
this
I was
assignment
interesting. Was that a lie?
now throw in your suspicious behavior with the divine knowledge capsule.
I thought you said,
I
I
think we
thought you
deserve an
meant it when you
explanation.
called me interesting. I am disappointed. The sages were watching me from the very beginning.
Yes. I was indeed tasked with investigating the Traveler. After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told me, once you've completed this assignment, I can give you a glimpse of divine knowledge.
A most enticing offer.
Unfortunately, those academics don't know me at all.
Oh?
Their words contained one key piece of information. Namely, that divine knowledge indeed exists. That gave me all I needed to know.
Huh.
From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it a little strange they're so willing to share divine knowledge with anyone, even as a reward? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the divine knowledge capsule. In the end, I realized my wisdom in committing to this rather than collaborating with the sages. Had I been
Because the
less
sages
guarded,
suck. Again,
I
tear down the
probably
entire
would've ended up
academia.
like that Ainul Ahmar mercenary, incapable of remaining sane for long enough to hold a conversation.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people insane?
What about your encounter with me? Did you join forces with me just so you could investigate me?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia I was waiting in Port Ormos for you to appear so they wouldn't suspect anything. So it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Criminals do love to talk about coincidences.
Even though I ran
I
into
don't
this
know.
by chance, I had no intention
I
of
want to
providing
trust both of
assistance to
them.
the Academia.
Especially
Also,
I'll
you
hate
should
them.
remember, you were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left that tavern.
I mentioned things did go like that.
That's true. Al-Haytham helped us out at Caravan Rebat as well. Maybe he's telling the truth.
I'm willing to apologize, if that's worth anything to you. I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence to be a significant risk. I felt that it would be best for no one to interact with it before it had been properly studied. After all, curiosity often proves to be the most dangerous thing in this land.
It is what
You
killed
should
the
be
cat,
well
which is
aware,
a horrible
Scribe
thing.
Al-Haytham, that curiosity can also lead you to danger and suspicion. Answer me this. Did the sages share any information about their project with you?
Have I not made myself clear? You and I are both distrusted by the Academia.
And refuse to work
Do you
together
really
despite
think
this.
they would tell me anything?
Fine. Although you haven't completely proven your innocence, I won't regard you as an enemy.
There you
for
go.
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe it's your turn.
Oh, sorry. Whatever the boys were talking about must have been so boring that I spaced out.
Wow.
My situation is pretty straightforward. My employer, Dunyarzad of the Homayani family, is friends with the Traveler and is currently recovering from her illness at home.
Did she send you
I had
after
nothing
me?
going on, so I decided to return to Aru village for
Oh.
a visit. I was actually looking forward to a pretty exciting time getting back together with everyone here. But then I saw these two random guys in the middle of a pointless argument. It ticked me off, and things went downhill from there.
And we
Is
almost
that
got
all?
another epic fight.
Well, I will admit that definitely sounds like your style. In that case, welcome back, Dia.
That's more like it. I missed you all so much, Candace.
What was that?
Whoa! What was that sound?
No need to worry. Now that you're no longer at each other's throats, please make yourselves at home. I'll take a quick trip outside to clear out some of those creatures in the sandstorm.
Huh.
Creatures? In the sandstorm?
Yeah, she mentioned that before, Paimon. Didn't you pay
Riding in a
attention earlier?
sandstorm is not for the faint-hearted. Anyone without extensive training in these conditions is at a disadvantage. You needn't worry.
Yeah, just leave him to Candace. Don't worry, she's as tough as they come.
I'm sure she is. After a while, the winds outside begin to calm.
The winds died down.
This is a very long dialogue
That means
segment.
the sandstorm's over, right? Candace still isn't back yet, though. Is she alright? Maybe we should go out and
Still
check on
here?
her.
Don't worry, after as I said,
Put it
after
that
this
way,
dialogue
even
segment,
I'm
we'll
starting
start
to feel
wrapping
a
things
little
up, but
worried.
this is a very long dialogue
All right,
segment.
let's go. We've been here long enough, and the boys are as chatty as the floor.
Oh! Alright. Let me get out of here. So next time we will continue this and hopefully wrap up the story quest. I'll teleport out just in case. I don't, because you never know whether or not that triggers stuff. Let's see. Does it accidentally trigger more story? It does not. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything is A-okay. Now then, we have to decide who to raid. It would be good to have a target in mind, I suppose, but I don't really know. Check my battle pass real quick, see how well I'm doing on that. Yeah, not the best. Alrighty then. So, for the raid today, which we can do because there are enough people currently, as long as, you know, we don't have everyone leaving right away. Let's see. Res? Maybe Res? Let's think about this for a second. Maybe someone I haven't. You know what? How about Curiosity? Haven't raided her in a while. Because she isn't live as much. But I am not as live anymore as, you know, not as much anymore as I used to be either. So yeah, you know what? Let's go for Curiosity. It has been a while, right? It has been a while since our last Curiosity raid. So I'm sure it's gonna be nice. Alright, let's get this raid set up, and I'll see you all over there. So again, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will try to get another stream in during the week, so we can finish off the Genshin stuff. And then next weekend, hopefully, we'll be back to good old DDLC again. But for now, thank you so much for being here. Thanks to the lurkers, thanks to the active chatters. And I will see you all next time. So until then, bye everyone. And yeah, goodbye also to those of you who are watching this as a VOD. I appreciate your support as well. Maybe I'll see you around live in the future. It would be appreciated. Until then, though, bye.